Hey, no
Radiant
more echo.
cyberspace. It is I, Terracin, your favorite cyber bitch here. And tonight's title is The Musketeers. Using descriptions like black guy is now racist according to Snowflakes. And we will get into that. Tonight I have with me my buddy Valis. Where the fuck have you been, bud?
Oh man, I was been away because every time you invite me, I usually end up going to sleep.
Why are you sleeping? You can do that when you're dead.
Yeah, I know. I can do that any given time, but you know.
And of course, I have with me the mechanic.
What's up?
Hey.
We have a Scooby, but he is
Retrieving his
indisposed.
headphones.
He is indisposed at the moment. Hopefully we will get a Burnside. Let me give a Pat a call. Let's call him.
Always fun hearing one side of the conversation.
This time you get to hear two. Well, hopefully two.
Hey, this is Pat. Sorry I missed your call, but leave a message. I'll get back to you.
Damn it, the boy done did fell asleep.
That's what the redial button is for, Tara.
No, I'm not gonna harass him like that, dude. He gets up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to go to work at 4.
I know, I'm teasing. I'd only hit the redial button on Burns.
Yeah, that's because he deserves it. Why don't you do that? Because he's supposed to be hosting tonight, and he promised that he would.
You're gonna make me get up and go retrieve my fucking phone, aren't you?
Yes, yes, I am.
Fine. DM me his number.
Could have sworn Mama gave that to you.
You didn't give it to her.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Are y'all streaming tonight? We're on air. Huh? We're on air. So, yeah, Burnside wanted to talk about other things, but since he's not hosting, and I'm hoping that his people. Oh, wait, he is orange. Get in here. I'm hoping his people, his followers, his minions, I don't care what they are, don't start like losing faith in him. You know, just let you people know he's a bit of a ditz. I love him, but he's a ditz. Many times he's more blonde than I am. Six says he has a headache, and if the Tylenol kicks in, he'll jump in. So I'm about to tell him, take a hammer to your foot. It'll get your mind off your head. Am I still on air? Because I'm the only one talking. What the hell?
Oh no, I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm here. I had to go fetch my phone.
Burnside is yellowed. I don't know if what the hell that means. Let me try calling him again.
All fucking spam is yellow ass.
Oh, hit up his yellow ass.
Yeah, let me turn off outgoing calls on my damn settings. Voice. Oh, that's not what I wanted. You're gonna make me get out of the overlay, aren't you? Yes, you are.
So what I miss?
Still waiting for Burnside. He's yellowed on a fucking Discord, but not responding.
All right, I'm gonna try calling him.
Please do. I'm live. I'm hosting because Burnside's ass it didn't. What are you needing me to do? They don't get there at 7. They don't show up till fucking 10. Yeah, I don't have one. All right, well, I guess I'm taking this show mobile. So give me a minute, guys.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I tried him on Discord, no answer. I'll try him on his cell phone, I guess.
I tried him on Discord too.
Gentleman's bet. I'll bet you all a glass bottle of Coca-Cola, the 1 liter, that he's probably balls deep in a sandwich right now.
You know, you're probably right.
Yeah. Either that or a bowl of soup. Seriously, he's talking to me before, and all of a sudden he just doesn't say anything, puts down his headset, and walks away, and he's gone for like 10 minutes. And so he comes back, he's like, sorry, I was making coffee. I'm like, all right, I've gotten used to that. Like, he doesn't say what he's doing. He says it afterwards. So I'm like, all right. Because, like, we had somebody in a hangout who wasn't used to his mania, and he just gets up and walks away, and the guy's like, did I say something wrong? I'm like, no, he's probably in the fridge right now. He doesn't tell you until he gets back. He's like, oh, all right, that's bizarre. I said, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. I said, wait till he's got on his hat.
Or just tell him there's a communist behind him.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the things, you know, it was kind of enjoyable, actually, because, you know, I'm a nerd, and I'm into DC, because I have a bit of a romantic ideal of this country, and I have this ideal of DC, and he just had so much fun, and not like he was intentionally doing it, but he just shitting all over everything, like, oh, wow, look at the architecture of this building. Yeah, it's another hub of filthy communism. You know, and he'd sit there and he'd start telling you like the dark side history of it and just tearing the thing apart brick by brick in front of you. And I'm like, oh, okay then. Moving on, next building. It was actually kind of fun. And you know what was really cool? You gotta come to DC this September with us because Tara had seen it. So as soon as the sun sets, roaches and rats take over that city.
Oh my God! Yes, they do.
I've lived in New York my entire life, and he lived in Chicago his entire life. And she lives, you know, she's lived in like every swamp in Central Florida, Northern Florida, and every part of Florida that, you know, most people don't venture because of the fearsome critters. And when I tell you it's unbridled roaches and rats everywhere, holy shit. Like there was a few times, like, you know, because I got size 14 shoes. There's a few times Burnside and her tried to warn me, but it was too late. A roach met its death. Like it's that bad. It's all over the place. Where I'm walking down the street and all you hear is crunch, 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 like candy bar wrappers, but it's roaches.
Yeah, people are like, Scooby, what's it? Oh shit, brains.
Yeah, I didn't care.
He's setting up now.
He'd walk over to the.
Burns is setting up now.
All right, cool. Yeah. As I just got out of, well, I was telling you guys before we got on the air, I just got out the shower, so my hair is like looking really downy right now. It's all fluffy and shit, so I'm still in the process of getting dressed. I'm putting on socks and slippers because the floor is cold inside. I got to throw on my, jacket and my hat and mask because it's cold still up here. So.
Yeah, okay. I have a question.
Mhm.
Listen, if you go to New York, if I go to New York, will I pick up that accent that you got?
No, you got to live there for a couple decades.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a cool New York accent. You're probably the first person I know who has the accent.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know what it is? A lot of people don't speak like this anymore. It's very regional. Specifically, like the accent I have is Long Island South Shore, Brooklyn, Queens, Nassau, Suffolk.
Nassau?
I actually had something in my mouth and I grabbed it because I was dropping it. I told you I'm in the process of getting dressed. Nassau.
I know what you had in your mouth.
Yeah, a sock.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Stuck in it. No.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, no, I had the ankle part of my sock because I was trying to pull the thing out. The toe was stuck because it was inside out. I just unrolled them.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. It's really nice how you guys are, over sexualizing my socks. So, anyway,
Hey man, come on, socks are sexy.
You gotta get out more, brother. But
yeah, I wear them all the time. No, he's actually right. I do need to. I've been introverting myself for quite a long time.
All of a sudden, I have a hankering for ice cream with cookie dough.
I really do rue the day that I ever let you into any secrets that I had. Seriously. You have no idea, Tara. Anyway, like I was saying.
After the minions, I get the message saying, "You are Satan. You are the fucking devil."
Yeah. Because unfortunately for me, I've learned to curb it, not being as brutally honest on the air. Because that's part of the problem I've always had. I'm an open book type of person. But like I was saying before we veered off about sexy socks, the type of accent that I have is the South Shore of Long Island. It's specifically Brooklyn, Queens, Nassau, Suffolk, south of Sunrise Highway. Or even if you want to go a little bit further, it's I guess south of 495. 495 is the dividing line. Not saying that there aren't people in other parts of the area that don't speak the same way, but that's usually where it's concentrated. You don't hear it as much anymore because the reason New York went blue and the reason most of your states are such a lovely shade of red is all the filth and shit in your states goes to California and New York. So that's the reason my state is overrun with shit and people don't speak like me as much as they used to around here, is because we are inundated with people from all other parts of the country. Every blue-haired weirdo that I meet walking around that, has on like one of those stupid #resist shirts, I'll start talking to them and you find out 9 times out of 10 they're from like, New Mexico, or they're from Wisconsin, or they're from anywhere but here. The people who are from here, they're just walking around looking like normal people trying to get on with their lives and get to work. These screwballs you see running around in the street balls naked, dressed like rainbows, they tend to come from like landlocked states for some reason. Seriously. I can't tell you how many fat fucking SJWs turn out to be Cornhuskers for some reason. I don't know what the hell it is, man.
Yeah, I don't even get the blue hair thing with SJWs or whoever kids of this generation.
They decide, I'm going to be a liberal. Let's dye my hair blue just to show how liberal.
Brew? Now you get it. Now it's your turn. Dye your hair Brew? How do you like that? But you know what? Fine.
Brew.
Let them dye it blue. It's not a sexy color.
No, it's not. I mean, red is. Blue is just
that blow pop blue too. It's not even like it's a nice color blue. I mean, if it was Ford blue, maybe. If you're a car guy, you could get off on it. But nah, that nasty blow pop blue.
Nah, but Valis, you can ask Scooby. I had my hair dyed nice red and black last year.
Hey, whatever works for you there, Tara. I keep telling you what I like. I would love it if you would dye your hair like really cherry red and wear it in cornrows for me.
No,
Come on.
no.
Seriously, you got to do your hair up like the lead singer of The Offspring for me.
No, I can't even if I wanted to, I can't sit there to get cornrows done because I'm so fucking tender-headed and I get migraines easily. No.
Oh, you like me. I'm the same way. I tried wearing my hair in braids once when I had it really long down to my ass. And oh my God, was my head killing me by the end of the day.
Yeah,
It looked
no,
cool.
I can't do it, and I'm not risking my sanity for it. I'll shave my head before I do that.
Nah, you shouldn't shave your head. I
Okay,
like your hair. You could actually, if you want, you could maybe shave the sides and the back. Do it old school.
Nah.
I always like that. I ever tell you about the girl I used to date that had all the dreadlocks in the sleeves and shit?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. My father used to look at me, Pachota, are you trying to kill me?
You look at her and go, but Papa, she's just giving me head.
Oh my God, no. Look, you got to understand, if you ever come, when you come to visit, you'll see there's still no door on the room that I used to, that's my room again since I moved back in. He took the door off of the room because he didn't want me living in sin.
It's because he didn't want you to grow up to be like his brother.
Yeah, oh my God, was my brother a hooah master.
We have a response from the Burns.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think he posted
it popped up on my overlay. I told you this earlier. He's getting his gear together.
Fucking message him and tell him we're already on air. Get in the goddamn hangout.
He keeps forgetting about the time difference. You told him 10 o'clock, so he thinks 10 o'clock is time.
Yeah, I still need someone to message him because we're not having 2 fucking shows.
I tell you this all the time. Why don't you just tell him? Tell him an hour different.
I do tell him. I told him today.
You should have told him 9 o'clock. His mind always thinks like a different time anyway.
Just tell him 8 o'clock to screw with him.
Like,
just tell him 8 o'clock to screw with him.
Dude, I can't message him. I'm fucking driving. Someone message him.
All right. I was just going to say.
Did.
Yeah.
I just messaged him. I meant tomorrow or whenever we're streaming next. Tell him 8 o'clock. Just to screw with
tomorrow, hopefully.
I'm going to send him the link right now on Discord, and I just thought of a solution to this, Tara. That way it doesn't happen ever again. From now on, just tell him that the stream is set on Florida time.
Oh, my God. Fuck you.
You're an ass.
Oh, I am. I truly am. Life is too short not to be.
Exactly.
Seriously, I mean, you know you love me.
Life is too short not to be a complete asshole and a complete troll.
Oh, yeah.
He responds, God fucking damn it, to we're already on air.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Moron.
Yeah,
you gotta love him. You gotta love him, but man, he's worse than my dad was. He was the master of losing track of time and procrastination.
Yeah. That's Burnside, all right. He what you call it? He still has the shirt that I was supposed to wear to the first More. I still haven't got. He still hasn't even put the image on it for me. I'm still waiting for it.
Burnside could lose track of time on a fucking sundial.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Right, he hit me back. I'm just letting him know. currently making fun of your inability to keep time.
And I have a feeling you're going to make him pay for it later, Tara.
There we go. And set, match, and good. Cool.
I just want him to get in here. Jesus.
Yeah, no, he's setting up now. Did he give the reason?
I don't want him to set up. I want him to get in here.
All right. Well, you know, he has to put on all of his equipment and his regalia. And
He doesn't need that. He's just going to have his icon up.
No, he's probably, you know,
if I'm not going to show my face.
You know, he's going to hop on with his camera on and his hat and all of his gear and his gloves and all of his shit on. That's what's going on. I'll put money on it.
Once he gets in here, we'll talk about the title of the stream.
Oh, yeah. What is the title?
The title of the stream is "Why Aren't People Talking?"
Yeah.
The title of the stream is using descriptive words like "black guy" is now racist according to white snowflakes.
I thought
there he is. See,
Finally, the procrastinator.
I was getting this thing set up for 10. I got home about 20 minutes ago because I had some shit to take care of. And I just started getting set up. I had like every other motherfucker in the brother, and I'm just sitting here like, I can't fucking get the phone right now. It's about to die. I can't get the fucking phone right now. It's about to die, goddammit. Everything's fucking closed, and I need to get my bullshit.
You know, there's an hour time difference, right?
Mm-hmm. You were setting it up for 10 your time.
Well, yeah, that's what I always do on the weekends.
No.
Yeah?
Eastern Standard. Fucking Florida time, asshole. Florida time.
No, Florida time is for sexually harassing and violating the wildlife.
You are the wildlife.
Trust me, if I was the wildlife for your state, half of it would
like a bear. Shut up.
Now, if I was the indigenous wildlife of your state, half your state would already be dead. You know, there wouldn't be any of the problems.
I'm going to end up blocking half my city.
Oh. There we go. You would be surprised how much for pain in the ass it was just to get something to drink.
Okay,
the thing that sucks is what?
The title of tonight's show. This is what we're discussing now that you're finally fucking here.
Simple. Don't vote for communists. Don't be on communist platforms. I told you so. 4 times.
But see, I got other people here, so they can chime in as well.
All right. How many of you know that these communist bastards do this all the time? Raise your hands.
They don't know the story behind it, so shut up for a minute. So
you waited for me to get here to tell them the story? Why didn't you tell them beforehand, these poor people?
Because I like telling you to shut up, you listen.
Somebody's pissed. Damn.
You think?
So, I live in Gainesville, Florida, one of the most usually open-minded cities in the world. And so there was this thread on Gainesville Word of Mouth talking about, I don't know if they're Romanian, Jordanian, something. They are olive-skinned and they talk with a broken dialect. And so the people were talking about these people trying to scam them on the side of the road, trying to get them to give them like $800 for, you know, a piece of jewelry that's worth like $20. And I was like, oh. So I commented on there. I said, I had a black guy do that to me at the 441 Walmart. I called the cops immediately. That's all I said. And all of a sudden, this guy starts jumping down my throat saying I didn't have to bring race into this. I didn't have to use the word black guy. I could have just said a guy. And I'm like, dude, he was black and a guy. You're the one getting all, you know, getting your fucking knickers in a bunch about this shit. And he kept going on. And, you know, it's 4:00 in the morning. He's going on about this. So finally I was like, dude, you're being petty. Knock it off. I'm going to bed. The next reply, I'm blocking you. He's like, thank you for telling me so I can screenshot all this. Who fucking cares? So I blocked him. Then more people jumped my ass. One of them says, you know, he's right. The guy could have been Dominican and you wouldn't even know it. Bitch, please. Yes, I would. My step-grandmother is Dominican. I would know Dominican. Another person was saying, well, you know, obviously you don't have black friends because they wouldn't be okay with you saying black guy. My neighbor, Kyrell, whom Scooby and Burnside both have spoken to, she's black. I explained this shit to her, and you know what she says is, how the fuck else are you going to describe a man? He's black. He's a guy. What the fuck? Valis.
Mm-hmm.
You're a black man, right?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I identify myself as black.
A man that, you know, is either bothered me or has talked to me, and I'm like, hey, you know, it was a black guy, said blah 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 to me. Are you gonna get offended because I used the phrase a black guy to describe him?
Nope, not at all.
Okay,
and dude,
follow-up question. In the name of the inept masturbatory festival that is communism, how would you describe a black man without saying black and man?
You know, I don't know. To be fair, you know, it's one of those things. I guess. Fuck, I don't know how to answer that question. Honestly,
yeah, neither can I.
Yeah, like
the answer is you can't. That's the thing. They think you can.
I usually don't even mention anything. That's probably why I
said I could have said African American instead of black. No, I'm not doing that unless he can prove to me he's actually African American, having both one parent African, one parent American. I'm not calling him African American.
Well,
we could always just go and call him Ugandan American, just so long as we include Knuckles.
You do not know the way.
See, he gets it. You do not know the way, brother, motherfucker.
Gotta have Ebola to know the way.
Queen! Super Ebola!
You know,
the only reason why I wouldn't call him African American is because I have a friend who is African American. Her mom's from Zimbabwe. Her dad is from Florida.
Zimbabwe. Aren't they still selling people those banknotes?
They leave them banknotes on the ground and curse people, dude.
Nice.
So because of her, I refuse to call, a black person African American, because that literally no shit. She gets pissed off when an American black person calls themselves African American. She literally gets so pissed off. So that's why I stopped calling them African American. She's like, no, they're not African American. I am. I can prove it, bitch.
No, I never tie anyone down to their continental place of origin anyway. It doesn't really matter. Like, that's the whole thing I tell people all the time. When they start talking about it as an ethnic, it kind of annoys me because, check this out. My old man was Sicilian. We're an island in the middle of the Mediterranean that is closer to Africa. We're off of its coast than it is to Europe. Which is why I always say, when people used to say, well, technically you're European American. I'm Mediterranean, motherfucker. As close as we ever got to Europe was Sicily. And on you flip the script, my mother, being Irish, the Irish, they're another island off of the coast of Europe. I always told people all the time, my family actually never set foot in mainland Europe. You want to get down to it. Kind of ironic, like being from here. I've never actually spent too much time in continental America for too long. Like when we went to DC, that's probably the longest I've been in continental America for a long time, like that couple of days. I'm usually in an island off the coast. Kind of cool if you think about it. I'm an island dweller. Yeah. I always looked at it this way. I mean, yeah, for descriptive purposes, but then you get into the, there are black folks around here by me that are actually darker than, lighter than I am, so you know, you can still call them black, but I mean, at that point, we're really stretching the term. Just like, coincidentally, I mean, I got cousins, Caucasian, I'll give, but I mean, you want to call them white? I mean, really? I mean, look at Irv, for example. I mean, calling him white, I mean, really stretching the term here. I mean,
Yeah,
seriously.
it doesn't matter his race.
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying. So, like, it's one of those things when people want to sit there and they want to get their, you know, tits in a ringer about, oh, well, you shouldn't say black or you shouldn't say white because you're prejudging somebody and it's descriptive. And I look at them and I'm like, yeah, okay, asshole. Hey, look, I tell you what, instead of white knighting for the person that isn't even here, just get on with your fucking life.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what Pat said this morning when I called him because I woke up pissed off about it.
yeah. Well, you
But
see, that's the problem is you're talking in circles of people that are bags of shit. And when you talk
Yep.
when you're in circles that are filled with bags of shit, you can't help but get dirty. And that's why you're getting all pissed off because you're dealing with these fucking people and it's ruining the way you feel.
no. I started blocking these fuckers. I don't even reply anymore. I just block them.
Well, I know that, but still, it got under your skin. And what I'm saying to you is this: like,
Well,
like
it
this
got
is
to my skin because I had like 10 messages, replies to my comment when I woke up in the morning. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, people, do you not have any fucking lives?
No, they're communists. Their life is to fuck your life.
yeah.
And
Like,
if they want to gripe about white, oh, let me get my white people helmet real quick.
So, and this is, I made a post on my personal Facebook to which Scooby and Burnside love, so they're actually hoping that, you know, I am being racist. That I said that if me saying black guy truly is racist, that I will take back everything I have said about Trump and I will French kiss the man. But that's not going to happen because the dude that was calling me racist for saying black guy was making a fucking termite tower out of a grain of sand.
yeah. Still, it is going to be nice. Like I said, I keep telling you not to fucking tempt fate when you're in my presence. You don't understand. The gods are capricious.
And I'm telling you right now that when we go to DC, I'm going to carry with me latex gloves. No, better yet, vinyl, because I can't wear latex. I'm going to wear gloves so that I meet the president. He shakes my hand. I can take off the glove, hand it to you and to Burnside and say, here you go. You have DNA evidence. There you go.
Yeah, okay, cool. Like, seriously, because I was telling Tara earlier, people don't understand. You cannot say to me, if you're ever going to be somewhere where there's an off chance you're going to meet somebody that you don't like, you can't say to me personally that you don't like this person and you hope you never see them because the gods have blessed me with the beautiful ability. I am actually a really good witness. So for whatever reason, they've made it where if you say, I don't ever want to see that person and you're with me, you're going to run into them if you're with me. That's just how it works. Like, to give you an idea, Burnside was with us. We were in DC for the first More, and it was me, Burnside, Diogenes, and Ajax. And Diogenes is going on and on about how he hopes he does not. Well, not even that he said he hopes he doesn't. He's just going on and on about how he can't stand Insane Clown Posse. And the Juggalos were having their march that year. And I said to him, I go, you know, you keep saying that shit. I said, you know, you're lucky. You're going to run into them. He's like, yeah, all right. There's going to be like thousands of Juggalos there. He's like, there's no way that I'm going to run into these fucking guys. Wouldn't you know it? Me and him are walking through the park, and on comes like this parade of Juggalos, and leading them is Violent J. And he walks right up to Diogenes and goes, hey, how you doing? And walks past him. And I turn to look at Diogenes and I go, was that really him? And I don't get to say it because all I just see is this look of shock and horror on Diogenes' face. His eyes were open. I swear to God, I think his beard was actually stiff. Oh, man. Yeah, so Tara, keep saying how you don't want to meet Trump. I guarantee you we're going to wind up meeting him.
Well, see, I'm going to say it just so Burnside can meet him. So Burnside can have a fanboy moment, jizz in his pants, and then pass out.
Oh, no, you see, this is part of the thing is
No. I don't ever in my entire life want to meet Donald J. Trump.
I have returned, and I have my white people helmet, and I would like to sing you the very white song of my very white people. This will be funny.
You got shit wrong with you.
And you're still sounding like Kennedy.
Oh well.
Is this thing playing music or?
Yeah, let me know if it's coming through.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, ain't that about a bitch? Okay, hold on.
Well,
let me try and do it this way.
Headphones in, dumbass.
You gotta unplug your headphones to do that. I figured it was gonna be this.
Okay, is it working now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to Zeph for putting me on to that mix.
Okay, I don't want to play that any longer because I don't want to see the copyright strike, but I had to do that because that was funny as fuck.
There's something very, very wrong with you, Cody.
I may have to borrow those powers because there are a few people I really want to find.
Ooh, there we go. Hopefully we don't get in legal trouble for that one. That was for you, Lawrence. Now the other guys in the server.
That was very cool, though. I'm not gonna lie, that song is catchy.
Oh, I know. That's awesome as fuck. That's why the guys on the server were like, we have to save that song before they take it down. And I was like, they're going to take it down?
You dropped it in?
Yep.
Well, no, YouTube, they took down anything.
They're trying to erase Germanic history, so I wouldn't be surprised if they take that down. I don't know why.
Oh, it's simple, man. It's basically because, you know, even though this isn't actually the helmets, you know, because I can't find the damn thing because it's buried, I'm just going to say that because of this helmet and World War II, they must forever apologize for shit that they completely didn't do. Had nothing to do with. You know, as their father's great-grandfather's father, maybe? Who may or may not have had some type of bullshit affiliation to the National Socialist Workers' Party of Germany or some shit like that. So, gotta destroy all culture because, guy with the little mustache, he's a bad, evil motherfucker.
You know, I can sympathize. I really can, because it's even happened to me since I've been here on YouTube. I've gotten othered by people because of this accent and because of my heritage. They hear the way I talk, and I love when people, this one particular asshole was accusing me of LARPing as a 1930s gangster.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I really get a kick out of. I've never sat here once and pretended to be some sort of gangster asshole. It's just not what I do. But whatever.
Okay, apparently I have questions in the chat.
All right.
Is it possible to make Bobby ride a dragon while doing a 360 in midair? That's more of digital media, which is Burnside's abilities. Tara, can you make Bobby ride a jet ski to Mexico while eating a taco? That's a possibility. I just need the right images.
That or we could get a jet ski and a whole bunch of tacos. I mean, you're not too far off the goal. The second one.
What I might end up doing is just making the Rio Grande filled with nothing but tacos. So
That'll work. Speaking of Bobby, let me give him a phone call real quick. Let me mute myself while I give him a call.
Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorite shanties, Rio Grande. Thank you for putting it in my head. I'm probably gonna have to listen to it now later. Yes, I like sea shanties. It's one of those weird things about me. It's one of my quirks. It tends to throw people. It's from growing up down by the docks. Seriously, man, I like sea shanties.
Under the boardwalk.
No, not.
And now I know another way to screw with you, Scoob.
Oh?
You just called him Boob.
I bit my tongue.
We have a lot of people flubbing tonight. That's a good sign. It means we're going to have a good show. No, Under the Boardwalk. Oh, God. Holy shit, that reminds me of my
The
childhood.
Bruce Willis version.
I'm doing myself all kinds of harm tonight.
Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, on a blanket with my baby is where I'll be. I haven't heard that song.
Boardwalk.
Is that the song? Is that going to be in the reboot of a remake of the Little Mermaid? If it is, I'll definitely watch it.
You know, I used to, believe it or not, I liked that movie when it came out when I was a kid. Probably just because I was, my father drove a cement mixer to put food on the table, but he was a fisherman, so I liked that movie when I was a kid. Hey, Bobby, how are you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. I was just calling you. The kids are going nuts. They've been like begging for you for the past 15 minutes, man. I shit you not.
Oh, Bobby who?
Okay, I'm on.
Yes, you're on, sweetie.
How you doing, man? How is everything?
Okay, how you been, man?
Hanging in there, brother. Alive. It's all you can ask for. How's with you?
Yeah. See, okay. I told you he was going to be here, Lawrence. I told you. 10 o'clock on the dot, damn it.
Oh.
And look, he's even got his signature Iraq hat.
All right, what are you guys talking about now? Is it the Mueller report or what?
No, we were talking about using descriptions like black man is apparently racist now. According
to they're doing more that.
Then we trailed off to the Little Mermaid, and it kind of got weird there from there.
Yeah, everyone pretty much nailed the Mueller report earlier, but it's gonna be funny as fuck because now they're all getting indicted for being a bunch of fuck ups. I love it.
Oh my God, my mother was going berserk earlier about that report. Sorry, I didn't see you there, babe.
So, Bobby, apparently, your minions want me to make you riding a jet ski to Mexico, eating a bunch of tacos.
Mexico.
You mustn't forget the dragon.
Oh yeah, they also want you to ride a dragon while doing a 360 in the air.
A what?
They basically want you to beat the hell out of a dragon and fly it somewhere while making it spin in the air like this or something. I don't know. It must be all the video games.
I know. Whatever. I'm not into. I'm still trying to learn Pong. I don't know about this other stuff.
Dude, Burnside, IMVU. If I can get a good image or face of Bobby, we can put that onto an avatar, and I have a room where you're riding on a dragon.
Nice.
Okay, that works. All right. Well, I guess that's going to be your new promotional ad. You're going to be riding a dragon in a video game or some shit.
Now, it doesn't do a 360. But you can't be like laying in its mouth and stuff like that.
All right, well, that's a start.
Yeah, how many games that have Dragon Riders in it?
I don't know.
I'm playing Legend of Dragoon on my Vita.
Okay, you know what? I have that game and I still haven't played it.
But you know what? Since Bobby did bring it up, and it is something we haven't really addressed yet, since it broke Friday night, And it's the past 2 days they've been doing all this shit with the spin and the damage control. And while it was fun watching Rachel Maddow slowly die a little bit on the air the other night, what is everyone thinking about what's going on with this friggin' Mueller report? I mean,
well, the Democrats aren't going to believe it.
Yeah, I've seen that already. I've been enjoying the past 2 days watching them have meltdowns out in the streets. A few of them I seen walking around like this, just in complete like shock. You know, this look of loss.
A hero. He was a knight in shining armor on the horse to kill slay the orange-headed dragon or whatever, and now it didn't work.
Yeah.
Now they got to turn against him now and eat him. They eat their dead or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of bastards. They eat their own. You know, I'm glad this happened. It's, you know, it's going to make it so much easier for us. It really is. It's going to make it easier for us to get him reelected. It's going to make us easier. You know, I mean, what is it now? The Democrats took back the House, but we still got the Senate, or do I got that backwards?
Yeah. The Republicans still have the Senate.
Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, that one that they elected by me, that actress, that Ocasio-Cortez, I think that she's going to be out like really soon. They're looking to get rid of her already because of what she cost the state with that crazy shit she pulled with Amazon.
Yeah.
You got no idea how pissed off I am.
What are you using her to get at Trump, to aggravate Trump? If Trump is gone or if he's reelected, they don't need her no more. She's a waste.
Yeah.
She's just thrown in their side. You can't have that kind of socialism in America. A lot of people think this socialism is just a bunch of nice little things put on top of capitalism. No, it's the destruction of capitalism for an entirely different type of policy. It's not just a little sugar coating on top of capitalism. It's capitalism is gone and socialism takes over. And once socialism takes over and they run out of your money, then communism takes over.
Yeah. You know, I keep trying to tell people and they don't want to listen. I was talking to a few people about this the other day. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and she was saying she wanted the single payer health care, and I had to explain to her how, you know, the way the Dems are selling that's a bunch of horse shit. What you want is what they had when I was a little boy back in the early 80s, you know, right after Reagan fixed that friggin' mess that Carter had done to the country. Because I'm old enough to remember. I remember when they had the relief lines because people were out of work. And, you know, they were literally like almost like bread lines in Russia. It was getting to that point.
Yeah.
And, you know, I remember like how healthcare was when I was a kid, when Reagan and under his administration, when they put in the new healthcare, when all the companies were competing left and right, oh, it was so beautiful for this country. It was the first time everyone was getting healthcare. It was affordable. It worked. You know, companies could afford to give it to you. Not everyone needed to get it from the government. Part of the thing of getting hired, like the hiring package, was the healthcare benefits. The Clintons took care of that. Those fucking bums, excuse me. Those, I don't get me started with the Clintons. We'll go to a dark place.
Ooh, you know, yeah.
That woman was my senator, and I tell people all the time, you know, and they keep talking about Hillary and Hillary and Hillary. Not to segue too far away from it, but let me say this: Hillary, if it was a choice for the Democrats to nominate between Hillary and Gillibrand, I'd hope that they picked Hillary. Because if they picked that Gillibrand, oof, this country is screwed. That woman is evil. Like, evil, not like, you see, Hillary's insane. It overshadows her being evil. But that Gillibrand, holy God, is that woman evil.
No, she's not going anywhere. She's got like 1% of popularity or whatever. She ain't going nowhere.
Well, I know. Well, the Dems, they got nothing but a circus this year anyway. They got that lispy, bunny-eyed lunatic, that Cory Booker. You know, let me say for the record, for anyone watching this, I'm not advocating for violence, and I'm not saying I'm going to commit any violence. But if there is ever a human being that you'd want to hold a phone book up against them, just punch him in the head as hard as you can, I would not fault you for saying you wanted to do that to Cory Booker. What, you know... Yeah. Look, really quick disclosure to anyone watching. And now you can tell your friends this, kids, and they'll be amazed. This is how you know that Cory Booker is a horrible human being. Cory Booker is specifically in office right now, you see, because when he ran for mayor of Newark, Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump got him elected by paying and bankrolling for all of the balls and for all of the parties, and they controlled his campaign, his election campaign. That was ran by them. And when he ran for senator, Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump, they ran all of the shit, and they got him elected. And who is the first person to come out against our president? That bunny-eyed, fucking perverted, sick bastard Booker. Remember that. And this person wants to run this country. He'll run it into the ground, that communist pinko bastard.
Damn fucking straight.
I don't think he's going to be worried. I think it's going to be that creepy Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck Joe Biden, man. That dude, I swear, that guy sacrifices children to Cthulhu in his spare time.
He's creepy. He's too creepy.
Have you seen that video where he was just saying creepy stuff in this girl's ear? Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when they first had that on InfoWars before they got tossed off YouTube. That was fucked up stuff. Real quick though, some of the fans wanted me to show you some goofy things that they made for you. They wanted me to show them off to you, and you're either gonna want to strangle me or shoot me. I'm gonna warn you now.
It's the young kids. How old are these guys? They're all like high school, right?
Just about, yeah.
That's cool.
This is the one I think House made, and there was this joke going around about how if they were to get rid of the termites and behave themselves, we're going to take them to Chuck E. Cheese. So this one got circulated in a meme contest about you taking everyone in the server to Chuck E. Cheese for good behavior.
Okay, I like that. That's good. I'll buy that.
You like that one? What about this snazzy one over here?
Well, whose face? Who is that?
I have no idea. I don't know if they're trying to give you a facelift or what, but I was like, "You want me to give it to him? All right, I'll give it to him." Really don't know what it is, and I found out the name of that guy that you were punching. Apparently, was one of their former arch nemesis, some guy named Geist. I guess you had to think of that goofy-looking mask. So
that looks like one of those Japanese Pokemon things or whatever.
Probably is.
Yeah, I never seen. I'd seen something like that, but I can't place what that's supposed to be.
It's masked from some random cartoon or anime or something. That's the only thing I know.
Yeah, I have no idea what that. It looks cool though, but I don't know what it is.
All right. So there you go, guys. More stuff of him beating the hell out of Geist.
And that kid you sent an email to me, a little movie clip he made. He's screwy, but it'll fit perfectly though.
All right, yeah, that was Officer Ironlord, somebody Ironlord or somebody Iron, I think his name was. He's a little off the rocks from all the shelling and that, but yeah, I'll clean up the audio on that, and he'll be all good to go.
Yeah, we need more screwballs like that.
All right, you heard it, guys.
Yeah, and any clips like that, they look good. Yeah, we got to get to episode 9 one of these days, and we got to figure out 8 what happened there, because nobody seems to know what that thing from Turkey is.
It's some
Maymop or what? I don't know what the hell it is. I have no idea, and don't really care that much either.
It's probably a fucking ice cream company or something that just so happens to have bootlegs of music or some shit.
I don't know what that is. Because it didn't affect any other episodes, only that one.
Yeah, because what they have done is they've given us like a couple slaps on the hand for using other people's music. Like, ooh, you're not supposed to use that. It's not original content. That's like, fuck you.
But I don't understand who are these Nazis? Who are they?
It's YouTube Incorporated.
They're like language police or something. Who are they? I don't.
Yeah, it's literally YouTube's own fucking thought police or content police or whatever the fuck they were.
Well, I looked them up on the internet, and some of these things say that they don't even exist.
That doesn't surprise me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I know, Tara, didn't you have the same thing happen with one of your videos where you were at a festival and you had that guy from that third world country that said that you were using his studio's content or some shit like that?
Oh no, it was when we were watching the eating of Raina. Raina is crazy. And Scooby wanted to show these people eating like these pizzas with these really hot peppers on them. And they tried to hit me with it. So eventually I got YouTube to give me the direct email to these people. And I was talking to the people and I'm like, dude, I didn't use any of your shit. They're like, well, can you give me the link to where you got it from? So I had Scooby give me that and I sent that to them and they removed their claim on it.
Oh, yeah. It was that competitive eater / bodybuilder, Furious Pete.
Yeah. And I got a strike from the people at some country, from some country singers shit, saying that I use their music. And I found out
we get ones like those all the time. Like every fucking Chronicle we've done, they slap us with things like those.
Okay,
Same one you got.
What you do is you find their email to their company, and you explain that you own the music. You really don't even have to prove it. What I did when it came to the More music, I said you can sit there and listen and hear that it's coming from the stage in my video. I'm not playing the music. I am in a public place where music is playing. You cannot strike me for being in a public place where music is playing. And they removed the strike.
Cool.
You can also contact any one of these places, and all you have to do is ask them they'll usually even just give you the Apple iTunes link, and as long as you add that link in the description for the complete song, you can use an excerpt. They like the advertising. That's actually part of the advertising thing that they have. You can look on any of their websites at the press kit or media. That's usually what that is listed as. They can actually, technically, for any of you people out there who have gotten any of the strikes that we just talked about, I've said this before, but I don't get enough exposure, unfortunately, as of late. If you guys all pool your resources and let these different record companies know, they actually have a lawsuit against Google and YouTube because they're cutting into their revenue stream by denying you the ability to hot link to their direct site so that you can buy the songs from them since it's their product. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, they're cutting into their advertising revenue by that. By you using a small excerpt of a song and then adding a link to the song for sale in their description, especially if you have contacted them already and gotten permission. They're cutting into advertising revenue. Figure each view you rob them from. Like, let's say somebody like Sargon who gets a lot of views. So they can actually calculate how many views he would have gotten in the amount of time that they took down the video. And so that's actually the company can sue based on that time frame. That's how much revenue they've lost. See, so by them doing the whole adpocalypse thing, they've actually opened the floodgates because this is actually another area of ad revenue that they're costing these companies. You see, unfortunately, a lot of people are not doing this the right way. If you do it the way I just said, which is you have to add a link in the description that takes them to where they can purchase the songs that you have in each of your videos, and as long as you give detailed information on each of those albums, of the label that they were produced by, the year, the track, which side it was on, like side A, side B. Basically, I'll teach you how to do a proper write-up later if you want. We had to do them all the time at the radio station. But there's no reason YouTube should be taking down your videos if you do that. Just letting you know that.
Okay.
That's actually...
You have grounds. They took down one, but not the other ones.
Yeah, they're not supposed to do that. If anything, like I said, if you modify the link in the description and resubmit it to YouTube, under the stipulations I just said, and as long as you word it properly, they should capitulate and let you put that video up. so you should be able to complete the set. Yeah. Also, that's like I said. Look up the different people that you want to deal with. More likely, you're using older songs. You said, right, 50s and 60s.
Mostly in the 60s.
Yeah, what you can do. You can actually contact the record label directly. They love the advertising. You could actually, as long as you get it in email permission and forward it to YouTube. Anytime they take down your videos after that, again, you can sue them. You have grounds for a lawsuit because now they're actually interfering in a business transaction between you and the company. You're giving them free advertising in exchange for their written permission for use of their songs in your videos. So that's a slippery slope what YouTube is doing right now.
All right, shit. Let's see if we can get this rolling so we can put our foot in their ass. Because I don't like that we put Chronicle 8 up on YouTube and they have all this trouble and they're like, oh, you used 4 or 5, 6, 7 copyrighted songs. Ooh. And you know how long our fucking descriptions are, you know. We always tell them it's fair use, but in BitChute and Vimeo, they really didn't give a flying fuck. And Lawrence is begging you to whip out the fedora. He really likes your fedora.
The black.
What,
I don't know
this?
where that is at.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I gotta find it. I don't know where. I don't know where. Somebody put it away somewhere in a closet or something. I can't find that thing. I will have the next time I'm on, though. I will definitely track it down.
Okay.
I don't know where the hat's at. I really don't.
All right, maybe next time, Lawrence. But let's see here. In the meantime, we got. Speaking of advertisement, it's ironic because the guy they just sent me this. They made a soccer ad for you, or rather, let me see here. They've got, yeah, they were attempting to get a sponsorship for Brazilian soccer balls.
That's so cool.
Novela.
Okay then. What does that say?
I have no idea what the English translation is. I think it's the catchphrase they have over there for soccer or something. 1 goal or something, I think.
Goal!
Something like that. And then
I like that.
Also yeah. Yeah, the guys really had fun making this one.
I like that suit thing I got.
Now I gotta present you. Why don't you tell me when you're gonna do that shit?
Well, I like to see if you're paying attention.
All right, am I presented?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the one the guys made for you, Bobby, because I guess they really had it in for this Geist fellow. So this is the one I think we put in the credits in 7, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I like that. That's goofy enough. I like it. Mm-hmm.
All right, there you go, guys. He approves of that one. And I don't know if we'll actually wind up getting a sponsorship for Brazilian soccer balls or Brazilian soccer in general. But I mean, hey, while we're at it, maybe it's worth a try. I don't know. I don't know. Do we got any more, guys? No, that's it. Just you executing guys and the Brazilian soccer ad that they're working on for some sponsorship. But looks like that's it. You can stop presenting me.
Hey, Terry, do me a favor. Really quick.
Comes here to cream all over Bobby.
Do me a favor. Present me really quick.
Well, you've got a nice hat on there.
Yeah, I threw it on for Lawrence since you didn't have your fedora. I threw on my Hamburg for the kid.
That's nice. I the don't know where the hell the hat could be at.
Yeah, I usually don't wear this unless I got on the pinstripes to go with it. You know, got to do it old school style. Gotta have on the 3-piece. Gotta have the leather duster. Gotta have the Hamburg. That's back when I used to drive my '79 Coupe de Ville.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can't be a true, Bobby can back me up on this. You can't be a true Sicilian unless you're pushing either a Cadillac or a Lincoln.
Yeah. I had a 57 Cadillac. We got it from a friend of ours. He owed us some money, so he gave us this Cadillac. Then we found out we couldn't get the title for it. So we took it over to Raceway Park and we put it in demolition derby there a couple of times.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And it was a 57. It was a 1957 Cadillac, but we couldn't get plates for the thing. No.
I guess that's one use for it.
Lasted a long time. It lasted about 3 races, I think. Your demolition, I see demolition in New York. Or what place is that in New York? Somewhere they have demolition. It's different there than it is here. He did it in mud or something, or actually reinforced and shit. They don't do that here. There's no reinforcing of anything, and it's usually done on the oval track, not in like a mud pit. It seems like sometimes it's done in a big mud pit. I guess they put it in mud so you can't go that fast.
Well, were you at the one out east from me, all the way out east in Riverhead, or were you in the one in upstate New York?
What was the name? Islip.
Islip, okay. Oh, Islip ain't there no more.
Oh, that's the one I remember.
Islip, that's actually where they put. That's where the Ducks play now. They got the Long Island Ducks over there, and that's where they got the courthouse. And I always used to tell her, because my wife's like, "Oh, why don't we go out to Islip and watch the Ducks?" I get the fuck out of here, because you watching the game, but you got the courthouse right behind you where they got the holding cells for all the prisoners downstairs. I told her, "What the hell do I want to go look at the court while I'm sitting there watching the ball game? I'd rather go out to Coney Island, watch the Cyclones." The minor leagues. That's what I tell people. You want to go. Look, I want to go see a game. I want a hot dog. I want a beer. The fuck do I want? Steak salad and I surf and turf and friggin' Dom Perignon. The hell out of here. No, seriously. Oh my God. You go to like Citi Field now. You got all these yuppie bastards in there, and they're paying a couple $100 for these seats, and they're like, "Oh, I'll have the surf and turf, and I'll have the lobster bisque." And I'm looking at them like your sister's ass. Where the fuck are the hot dogs?
Yeah.
No, they don't got it no more.
That's funny. And I've got breaking news from Lawrence. He's going to be making a meme of you, Bobby, in a demo derby.
We had a couple. We had Iliana Raceway Park. They closed that down, and Raceway Park. They closed that down. But what happened was you had a shift in demographics, and the demographics that took over really don't go to stock car racing, if you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's not their thing. So they closed them down, and they were nice parks. A lot of good shows, demolition derbies, and all. I was in one. They had a football game with cars. They took a Volkswagen, the old-fashioned Volkswagen. They painted it like a football and put laces on top of it. They painted. See, my cars are about 6 of us on one side painted black, and the other ones spray painted them all silver. And the first hits of 2 of the cars that came, I had the Cadillac at that time too, just completely destroyed the Volkswagen. There was nothing left. It took the entire body off of that car, and all it was a frame. And at the end of the race, the frame, there was no wheels, no nothing left. It was just completely destroyed. And the football game thing didn't work because you couldn't push a frame. They had lines painted at each end of the track where you were supposed to push the car. They thought this Volkswagen was going to stay in one piece. The very first hit, that thing just crunched up like you wouldn't believe. And it tore the entire body off the frame. And by the second hit, the wheels were caught, and it was just, then it would just turn into a demolition. People just started smashing into each other. That was it didn't work. It was a good idea, but it didn't work.
Oh man,
but that was a lot of fun. Then a lot of people didn't want to go into demolition anymore because you wasted your car on the first time you had it out there, unless you had a big ass car. So they went into what we call hobby stock class. So they your car like stock, That was a lot of fun too.
My friend had a Lincoln Town Car that looked like it went through a demolition derby.
That was a lot of fun. It just, those tracks don't exist here anymore. They just it's gone.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's gone. It's just gone.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like when I was a kid, I remember all the different things. You go to the drive-in theater to go see a movie.
Oh,
they're gone now. They got rid of them.
One called 41 on Route 41. That was a great one. Then there was a double drive-in, a double Bel Air drive-in, and a screen on each side.
Mm-hmm.
They're all gone. because the new demographics, like I said, whoever they are, don't go in for that stuff.
Yeah. You know, it's a shame. Like a lot of things, you don't even realize it. It went out of vogue with the 20th century.
Yeah.
You know, like the drive-in theaters. I remember when I was a kid. Another thing that I remember, good luck finding them nowadays. A video game arcade. I grew up in those things.
Yeah,
you know,
there are actually a few of those here.
I don't see any around in the Chicagoland area. There might be some in some of the malls, but I haven't seen those either.
I've looked
not there because he actually went to one recently.
There are a few video game arcades down here.
That's cool.
Where it actually says insert coin.
Yeah. Like they got like if you go to a Nathan's, like they got chains of Nathan's restaurants up here. Nathan's Hot Dogs from Coney. They opened up this chain that they got up here, and what it is with the chain that they got is what you call it. They actually have like a miniature arcade pavilion that they have in there. So if you go to Nathan's, you get like a miniature version of the Boardwalk experience. But you know, other than that, you know, I really don't see like any other like just someone opening an arcade for the sheer hell of it.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I know, and it's one of those things. I feel bad for these kids. You know that it's a loss for them. Like, you know, they got other shit that they do. They got their paintball. They got laser tag. They go play that.
Well, that was fun.
I had fun doing it too. You know,
run around.
Yeah,
I played paintball. That was like in the 80s. I'd say between 80 and maybe 85, we were playing paintball.
Yeah. You know, the big thing for me when I was a kid, well, I say kid, I'm talking like 19, 20 years old. But the big thing for me when I got to that age, I lucked out. It was right around, and unfortunately they had to come out with those fucking Fast and Furious movies and ruin the scene.
Oh,
but it was right around that time frame. So, like, when I was a teenager coming up, it was right from when, you know, we still had, a lot of people still had those old muscle cars and the old American hot rods and everything.
Yeah.
Like the tuner, the American cars, the Japanese cars hadn't caught on yet. Like it was something that a lot of us looked at, like that they were driving it a lot in the illegal community because they could get these small Japanese cars and hook them up, and it was cheaper and it was easier. And, you know, they traded, it would stay in the family or whatever, like they used to do back in the day with the Cadillacs. So it caught on a lot faster around here in the illegals, you know, and in the Latin community itself. But, like, the car I had when I was, I think, about 18 or 19 years old, I had a 79 Coupe de Ville. It was banana yellow, and it had a brown roof with the opera lights, and it had a brown leather interior with the rosewood, burlwood. And it had all the piping around it. And the thing had 454 under the hood, and these things were bored 60 over, and I had dual 4-barrel Holly carbs going into this thing. And in the back, it had 4 dumps, 4 pumps, and 8 batteries in the trunk, and I had 16 switches under the front. It had a full hydraulic and airbag setup with the compressor, and it was sitting on 144-spoke powder-coated Dayton rims. You're not gonna get a ride cherry like that nowadays with these kids. You see this shit that they drive, these little plastic pieces of shit with the big ass rims that they're constantly hanging them up on the freaking potholes.
Oh God, oversized rims.
Yeah,
you've seen a whole bunch of those.
Burnside, tell Bobby about the arcade you went to the other night.
Oh, that was cool as hell. It was a ways away out there, but I mean, they had everything on. They had Silent Hill. They had Resident Evil. They had House of the Dead.
What was this?
They had F-Zero. As some from the Burbs. Awesome as fuck.
I don't know if you guys remember. What we had when we were younger too was, I don't know if you ever heard of slot car racing.
Oh yeah.
You had little cars. Well, they would have shops. I think Roseland had one where it was pretty big, and it was set up on plywood. They had oval track, and they had like a road racing, and then they had drag strip racing, which was like about 20 feet long in this building. And there were kids that by the hundreds waiting to race there. They had the little cars, and then they had the bigger car slot racing. And that caught on big. You know, as a matter of fact, when I was in the Marine Corps, they had one of those down in Millington, Tennessee. It was Marine Corps Navy base. All that slot car racing and shit. And that's through the crowds. Kids at that age, they love that shit. But that's another thing that's gone by the wayside. That slot car racing, but that was pretty big. See, we had. I don't want to talk like but our stuff was all hands on. It wasn't slot car racing on a video. You know what I'm saying? It was an actual car that you could put your hands on and actually race. Now, it's all virtual or whatever that means, or internet. When we were doing it, that was live. Everything was live. You could actually throw this car at somebody when you got pissed off.
Yeah.
But now it's all virtual, and I don't know. It's what really that. I don't know. There's no commiserating with anyone. You know, it's just over the screen like we're doing right now. But
yeah,
at that time, you would have dozens and dozens of kids at these places. Even at the drive-ins, muscle cars. We never used the term muscle cars, as far as I can remember. In Roseland, there was 2 places called the Pit, and what was the other one? Where you had the girls on a roller coaster. I got to remember, I'm talking between when I was a kid, 65 to 69. We had these cars, and they had the girls on the roller skates at the drive-ins, and these cars would pull up, and your tray on your window, you know, your drinks would actually be rattling as this guy's moving into the parking lot. I mean, they were like freaking tanks and shit, and they were enormous cars. I don't know, 427 things. It was just unbelievable. We had one friend of mine had what they call a sleeper car. He had a 64 beat up Chevy Impala, and it looked like hell. But you knew something was up because he had big tires on this thing. You open up that hood, the entire thing was an engine. It just looked like a piece of junk. It was phenomenal. That were gigantic cars. Money.
Yeah.
Guys working on these things in the alleys. You go down the alleys in the neighborhood, and every other garage is open, and the guys are working on these big ass cars.
Nice.
You know, it's funny. I was telling Burnside about it. I just got my camera equipment straightened out recently. I'm still working on the bugs with it. I've been having a little bit of trouble, but now that I'm going to have the equipment working, they actually got over by me. They got these classic car shows up over at the train station on the weekend, so I'm going to start going up over there and filming it. So,
yeah, they got one every Wednesday during the summer at this one little town in Whiting. Muscle cars and fancy old cars and shit. They light them up and down the streets. That's pretty neat. And, you know, I don't know. Somehow it's kind of depressing to me in a way, because that era is actually gone.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really there anymore.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I know. I feel it the same way myself here. Like, you know, I was telling them, like, when I grew up, when I was a teenager, you know, Manhattan, that was the era when you had everyone walking around in, like, the track suits with the big hats on their head, and they were all wearing, like, the gloves like these and the Adidas sneakers, and they were all breakdancing with the big stereos.
Yeah. And
that's when you had all the subway cars covered with graffiti.
Yeah.
And that's when you had, you know, just it was, you know, that's when the president was walking around Manhattan with all the supermodels on his arms, you know, when he was a younger man. You know, it was 80s New York and 90s New York. And, you know, that era, like, you go to Manhattan now, it's cold, it's sterile, and they've turned it into a big tourist destination, and it's sad. Like, what I see happening there, what I see happening to Long Island, what they're doing to my home, turning it into like this giant amusement park for rich people. You know, and one of the things, like, I know what you mean. You go and you look at the cars at the car show, and, you know, it triggers the memories. You start thinking like, oh wow, I remember when you used to see them on the road all the time.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Believe me, I know. It's sad.
I'm just thinking, when I was in high school, and the parking lot was behind the gym, and all these cars pulling in like that was just phenomenal. It was just insane. And even when I was even growing up, there were still some of these guys that drove around in what they call like hot rods, in these old like 1930s and 1940s cars with big scoops on it coming out of the hood and, you know, crazy shit like that. There were still a few cars like that around. Hot rod. There was still a lot of that shit.
We got some of those here.
Yeah. Some places might.
When I used to work at a convenience store, and I had a guy come in once a week in a hot rod, and I'd always go outside and take a look at it. And I was like, dude, one day you got to let me know and let me just take a ride in that with you.
I don't think you could even drive around in some of these hot rods. Some of these cars, I remember, they would always take the front fenders off of these cars. And things. I don't think you could drive around with a car with no fenders on it anymore. I don't.
No, not anymore. I think it's illegal.
Oh, you can do that up here.
Yeah.
You can do that here.
You can do. Yeah, the East Coast is really cool with that. You just got to get historical plates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As long as you have antique or classic on it, they can't touch you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go out and I'll often see like I'll go to the swap meets. They'll usually have them up over at Tanner Park. And so I'll go shoot up over by the swap meet in the summertime, and all you'll see is like the crated out Model A Fords, where all it is a pair of headlights and a grill and the two wagon wheels in the, you know, like the ones in the front, like the really thin, like the pizza cutters. And then in the back, they got the ones that it's tubbed out because they look like the oil drums. They got the gigantic wheels in the back, no hood, no fenders, just engine and frame. And then it's got like the cab that you sit in. Like it looks like basically a small version of the Munsters Dragula.
Yeah,
you'll see.
Oh,
you know,
cool as fuck.
Oh yeah, you see those cars constantly. They got the big, gigantic chrome headers with the big exhaust, you know, and they're all interlaced. And you see cars like that here all the time in the car shows. They got all the lowriders. One of the things that I've been seeing a lot lately with these younger kids, one of these guys showed up and I gave him credit. Like I looked at him like, I'll give you seriously, man. Yo, credit is where it's due. He had this thing on, bless you. He had a donked out, one of those donk cars. He had this thing on 36-inch rims.
Good Christ.
Yeah, he showed up with the Caprice on 36-inch rims. And I'm looking at this thing
36?
Like, wow. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You know, they put the lift kit and the axles on it. And I think it was like an 85 Caprice. Don't get me wrong. There's so many of those old cop cruisers. I'm glad that these kids figured out to do something good with them. I would never have thought in a million years like that they were going to take cars and put them on the gigantic monster truck lifts with the giant tires. I don't mind it. When I was down in Miami, I see all these kids whipping around in these things. I got a kick out of it, seriously. You know, when I was a kid, when I was, you know, younger, like a teenager, my early 20s, you know, we were all driving around in, you know, we would have like a decent Japanese car. You know, like they'd hook that thing up like you'd have somebody like, you know, whipping around in one of the Fast and the Furious cars. Or like me, the two cars I had, the Cadillac I had was like my second or third car. My first car was the same car that was in Rocky 3. And it was the same one in Smokey and the Bandit. Love that car. You know?
Nice.
I feel bad for these kids. All their cars, you see them all. They all look exactly the same. There's no difference to them. There's no soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been car shopping lately. That's the reason I'm on a car kick.
Oh, it's all good, man. He likes old cars, you know?
Yeah.
I like them too, but I just don't know too much about them. All I know is they're old fashioned.
I know more about cars than he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I actually, this is the thing. All my friends used to do, all we used to do, I was the only one who went to college. We'd work on our drivetrains, we'd work on our suspension, we'd work on the stereo systems for our car, and we'd shoot pool. That's all we did.
Nice.
Seriously. That's all I did when I was younger was when we were teenagers, it was graffiti. And when they started cracking down on graffiti, you know, we got into playing pool. You know?
Nice.
I actually think that I kind of got screwed learning graffiti because I got into graffiti and I got into turntables, but all the younger kids, because they didn't get into graffiti, they all got into breakdancing. So
breakdancing's fun.
You know,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a video on YouTube of Vin Diesel breakdancing.
Nice. I used
Yeah,
to
if-
actually be pretty decent at breakdancing.
If you look it up, it's spelled THA as in the. Anyone who wants to look them up, they're called The Next Level. That's my local neighborhood crew. Those are my friends from the neighborhood, all those breakdancers. So,
Nice.
yeah.
I'm back. You know, my smoke detector was going off. I was wondering what the heck that was. My stepdaughter was frying some hamburgers downstairs. She set off.
Well, at least it wasn't me smoking in the bunker this time.
Set the smoke detector off.
Yeah. Oh, I got a little something from Lawrence. Apparently, I told him that we didn't know what was with you shooting the guy in the head in that. So he told me the backstory. Apparently, like the guy that used to be like their leader or whoever he was, the guy's name is Geist. And basically, long story short, he was jealous of you, so he did a couple of stupid things to go make the termites happen and piss off a couple of people. And he, the legend goes, and the fucking thing is, this is ironic because a couple of these things happened the day before you nuked the wiki because they're being termites. Funny thing was, this guy apparently made a funeral video about you before, and about the day after it was released was about the same time you went and nuked the wiki because there being a bunch of ignorant children. And the funny thing was that wound up actually getting rid of this Geist guy, because basically I guess the story behind him in that weird helmet mask, whatever it is the guy had a psychotic obsession with anime, so he tended to give everyone in Kekistan anime cancer. And basically, allegedly, for that time, we were trying to get 5 and 6 done. You had died from anime cancer because Geist came back, and then after they seen that we came back, they're like, "Oh no, Bobby came back from dead, and he went and blew his brains out for giving him cancer." They wanted me to show you this. This is terrible.
These kids are into some wild shit. I'll give them that.
Oh yeah. Hey Tara, can you present me? I'm gonna screen share this terrible video real quick.
Okay.
All right. And here we go. It's absolutely god awful.
I don't know. He kind of looks like Stephen King for some
I never saw this before.
Neither did I. Apparently, they were holding on to all this stuff for a while, and they wanted me to get it to you. And it took them a day and a year, I guess.
Well, they can't spell very good. I can see that.
And that's that.
It took me a while to get used to it.
What website was that? Was that Vidly?
Yeah, Vidly.
Yeah, I tried to get into that website, but I guess people knew who I was, and they just start banning me for no reason.
Oh, that
if
sucks.
somebody wants to make videos, make a video that we can use and put into one of our episodes, and we'll give them whatever name they want, whatever. But it kind of got to fit the Kakistan war thing. Remember, we're doing a tulpa. You guys, everybody knows what a tulpa is, right? Something's not real.
I do.
A tulpa is just it's a make believe where people get into a thing. It's not real.
It's like Slender Man.
I've heard of that. I'm trying to hear that.
Yeah, Slender Man is a tulpa.
Yeah.
It's also the mythology that if enough people believe in a tulpa, the tulpa becomes real.
Yeah, that's basically what we're doing with the whole Kekistan thing.
Yeah. It's all made up, but make it up with some taste. If you got any education or whatever I'm trying to say in movie making of some sort, how to write a script up, something like that. Put something together. 5 minutes, 6, 10 minutes, something like that, and we'll get it into that episode. As long as we're not canceled by some cocksuckers. I shouldn't talk like that. As long as we're not canceled by anybody.
Yeah, you might get them grounded with that language.
Oh, I gotta watch my language. But
yeah,
if you want to be a movie director, movie producer, and you want to put something together that makes somewhat sense, and of course we'll put it in.
Yeah, like that bit we got from Somebody Iron. That one turned out all right, you know.
No, did you see? Okay, what you sent me.
Yeah.
I said this guy, we got to give him a name because he's somebody, right?
Uh-huh.
I changed the lettering around to SOLIBODI, somebody. It's somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, I get it. Okay, that's the joke was.
I knew I was going to have to explain it to you, Himmler. I knew I had.
He's a little slow sometimes.
He's somebody. That's his name. Somebody from Georgia. Now, what Georgia am I talking about?
You talk about the one that's right by Russia.
Right. There was state of Georgia. That's the Georgia I'm talking about. He seems to have did he have like a southern accent? It's hard to understand him with a handkerchief around his face.
He's from Poland.
Around his face. He's not running for Congress or something, and who cares? Anyway, they're all crooks anyway. He's got a handkerchief around his face, so it was cool. We're going to use it because it's goofy enough to use.
Yeah, he's one of the guys in the fan server. He goes by Iron Lord, and he's actually a professional war reenactor in Poland.
That's really cool.
He's not even in the United States?
No, he's not in the U.S.
Oh, it's even better. He probably knows what Georgia is.
Yeah.
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 Well, I thought I had to explain that to you too, Kimler, right? Where Georgia was.
No.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm good in geography.
Okay.
He's just slow in every other department.
Yeah, you know, I always to change the subject for a second. American kids today, they are really bad in geography. They really are. They don't have a clue to where anything is yet. And I always said, if you're going to collect welfare from the United States, point to whatever city you live in. See if they could do that.
No, even better. Just ask them what the capital of their state is and see if they can answer it. If they get it wrong, don't give them welfare.
Yeah, there you go.
Or the city they live in.
Yeah.
If they said Rhode Island City, no. Oh, that's funny.
You know, I did one of those things where they gave us a truck when I was in my truck driving class. They give you the blank map with all the states. The borders are there, but you have to label all the states in the continental U.S. I had mixed up two states that were next to each other. That was the only thing I had wrong. Like I put one state where it should be and the other state next to it where it should be. Like I think I mixed up like something like Tennessee and West Virginia or something like that. Something that's like really easy to do.
Yeah, a lot of people mix up Tennessee and Kentucky.
Yeah, I think that might have been what I had done, right? Yeah. So it was like the most obvious mistake. When I tell you I was the only person in the class who that was like the only thing I had done, no one else in this trucking class could even fill in the map. And I wasn't like that long in the tooth. I was like in the middle for the class. At the time, I was probably about 35, maybe a little bit younger when I took this class. And like everyone else in the class was, you know, either maybe as young as me or 10 to 20 years older. A lot of these guys were people who were starting over later in life, a few retirees. A couple of guys just came home from those extended state-ordered vacations. And not one of these freaking guys knew where anything was on the map.
No, it's geography. It's a lost art in the United States. It is. People they can't recognize states. No.
Well,
yeah.
It's because we're so reliant on GPS systems now.
Yeah,
every phone has a GPS in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, almost every phone, I should say.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
social studies used to be my favorite. Yeah, social studies used to be my favorite subject.
Yeah.
And I still love it to this day. I'm just not good at it now. Damn,
well, you want to in the same vein, You want to hear what they're doing to dumb these kids down even further? Tara was telling me something before, and it appalled me.
Oh
Go ahead,
God,
Tara.
what are they doing this time?
Tell them about what they're doing with the clocks.
Oh, they're taking clocks out of classrooms because kids can't read them.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake, really?
You really can't read numbers?
I don't think they can read clock. Everything is digital anyway or something. They can't read a clock.
Yeah,
So,
the kids can't read a clock.
So one of the things that I commented when I shared the story was apparently I was like, you know, what the fuck? Apparently these teachers don't really need that pay raise they keep demanding.
I guess so.
And the same thing goes for fucking cursive. They're not going to be able to read the fucking Constitution.
No.
Exactly.
How the fuck, when the zombie apocalypse hits, are they going to fucking read a sundial if they can't read a fucking analog clock?
Hey, let me tell you something, how stupid kids are. Ask a kid, where's north? He's going to go up.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, now I want to
probably
do
right.
that to one of these kids.
From where I'm sitting.
No, even better. Ask them the difference between true north and magnetic north.
Ooh. Nice.
From where I'm sitting, I put my arm straight out, my right arm, that's north. Not in front of me, but straight out at my side. That's north for me. That heads to the northwest side of town.
Nice.
I'm on the west side, the southwest side of town. So that is literally north. As long as I know what side of town I'm on, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, true north is about 45 degrees to the left of me.
Nice.
Give or take a few degrees.
That's not too bad.
I will say this much about, though, this generation, these younger kids. At least some of them, they still learn the basics to do certain things. I can take any of my nephews right now, and let me tell you, those boys are useless. Seriously. I mean, not just them, their friends too. These kids, they tend to be as useless as shit. But for whatever reason, they did learn the basics. I could take one of my nephews out. I'll just throw out a name. Let's say Michael. And I could say to the boy, Michael, do me a favor. We'll be out on the boat fishing, right? And I can say to him, Michael, do me a favor. You got to plug up the scuppers on the port side gun wall because the bilge is clogged. My nephew will know what I'm saying, and so will most of his friends. That is one of the things, at least, that these kids have retained, is you can still teach them some of the, you know, like you can teach some of these kids, some of them, you can teach them how to work on a car still to an extent. You can they want to learn. You know, it's the ones that the leftists are indoctrinating. These are the ones that they're teaching them this culture of being completely useless. You know, like I felt bad because a lot of my generation, like my father and like a lot of my friends' fathers, it's not that they wouldn't teach you how to do certain things. They wanted you to. They didn't want, like, my father didn't want me to become a grease monkey. He didn't want me to become a gearhead. So he kept me like away from cars and kept me interested in other shit. You know,
that makes sense.
Yeah, you know, he rest in peace. His thing was this: like when we first came to this country, you know, that's where we started. Was like in the construction. It's where we started in like mechanic work and in plumbing and that sort of thing. You know, I mean, you'd always hear of Nunzio the plumber. You didn't hear of Nunzio the brain surgeon. So that was one of the things. My father wanted me to, you know, like he wanted me to be like, he wanted me to be the first Sicilian president. That was what he was gunning for.
Cool.
And yeah, he had, you know, like lofty goals like that. He wanted me to go into the military and be an officer, be the first member of the family to be an officer, you know, instead of enlisted. He wanted me to go and get my doctorate. He had really high goals, which was nice, but if he would have known by the time I was 40 that the degrees I got would have been worth shit and I would have been better off, you know, actually like
being Nunzio the plumber?
Yeah. Seriously, the irony. I can't get over the irony.
And then I could actually pick on you and begging you to say, "It's a me, Mario."
I hate that game. You got no idea how much.
No, I do. So do I.
Well, Mario 64 kicks ass, man. I don't know what you guys talking about. That was a shit.
No, you know what it is?
No. When I first started watching Chaos, and I was just in the chat, I spammed it. Oh my God, did I spam it? Begging Scooby to say, "It's me, Mario."
Yeah,
you did.
That game and Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
I think that's where Burnside started falling in love with me, was me spamming and picking on Scooby.
I thought it was funny as fuck.
Honestly, it's the game Mario itself doesn't bother me as much as that cartoon. Oh my God, that cartoon offended the shit out of me. Like it used to drive my father berserk when he was
Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Yeah, because he used to be like this. He's like, why do they have him saying "leaping lasagna"?
Oh, paisanos. What?
Yeah, and the other thing was like they had where he was like he was like a crackhead for sauce. Like seriously, he's constantly looking for sauce and for pasta and for pizza. And my father, he would get really annoyed about that. He's like, we don't run around looking for sauce constantly. I'm like, Dad, it's just a cartoon.
I think you would get offended by that because everything he says is always either pizza, pasta, anything Italian related. I'm pretty sure this is cultural appropriation.
Scoop,
yeah,
you just perfectly described my little brother.
You know, because you have an Italian plumber that was created by a Japanese guy and voiced by a white guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and my father, you know what it is? My father was Brooklyn Sicilian.
So yeah, that too.
He took Super Mario. Oh, you have no idea how bad he took that personal, and especially like because the guy who did the voice of Luigi in the cartoon,
Danny Wells.
That actor also he was it was basically I'm pretty
Danny
sure
Wells.
it was yeah. He just took it so personal, like the way like he's like, why does Luigi sound like that? I go, like what? He's like a real stereotypical cuisine. I go, I don't know. The actor just sounds that way.
You might want to ask him for
they sound like this in Italy, so we are going to accustom them to sound like that.
Yeah, he didn't.
We don't have anybody who can do fine Italian accent too. And you get American do it, you dumb bastard. We make you do Sudoku for the rest of your employment period.
You make me laugh any harder, Burnside. You're gonna crack my rib.
He does it very well. Much better than him trying to impersonate the president.
Yeah, when he tries to sound like Trump and he sounds like Kennedy instead.
Yeah.
Oh, I horribly fucked that
He
up.
either sounds like Kennedy or fucking Nixon.
I'm gonna have to get you to do that impression sometime.
I've told Burnside a few times, if you want to do a good impersonation of Trump, you have to do an impersonation of Christopher Walken. They're from the same neighborhood. Believe it or not, they pronounce things the same exact way. You don't hear it because you don't have the trained ear for it. If you can nail down the way that Walken pronounces words, you can do Trump. It's not that hard.
I'll give it a go. Although I've had a hard time working on that. Not gonna lie.
It's not rocket science.
It is for him.
You and I were thinking the same thing, Tara.
No,
Yeah, but
it's
I'm willing to
Italian
voice it.
science. It's Italian science is what it is. I gotta get the Italian science right.
He's not going to get mad at me because come more, he wants me to suck his dick.
Oh, he can get mad at me all he wants.
Careful, we have children in chat. You can't say that. We're gonna get them grounded.
Dude, they came to my show.
The morons.
How many people are listening to this, you think, right now?
We had 6 earlier.
It says that there's 4 watching. I have 7 upvotes, 1 downvote.
Cool.
And these are guys that Himmler, these are guys that you know mostly?
Yeah, they're all our fans that are in that Discord thing I was showing you.
Bobby, they're your minions. You can make them do what you want.
Well, like I said, if they want to make a little clip, 5-6 minute clip of something and send it, I don't know how you send things. I don't know.
Send it to me through Discord and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. And I'll put stuff on it. They use a little artistic talent here and direct a little skit of some sort. Get some talent moving here instead of just virtual whatever it is. I don't even know the words to use anymore in this country with this stuff.
Virtual brain melt.
Don't feel bad. I'm just as lost for words, and I'm as young as the rest of these guys, or maybe a little older. I don't know.
I just call it a virtual brain melt.
I'm just curious. Who's the youngest one here? You or Kelt, Burnside?
My brother.
Okay. Your brother's the youngest? All right. So, no, I'm just...
My brother is 10 years younger than me. Burnside is 9 years younger than me.
Okay.
I don't even know him, or how old are you now? You got to be in your 30s by now.
I'm like a year from 30. Well, technically a couple months. Once it hits December, I'll be 30.
Yeah, he's a pup still.
I'm getting there.
30. When was I 30? I was 30.
Yeah, good luck in the 30s. It didn't do well for me.
I'm 4 years older than Henrik.
I'll be all right.
1 month after Christmas, I'll be 38.
So you're telling me that when Bobby's not here, I'm the oldest one here? That's wow.
Yep.
How old are you? Well, if you don't mind me asking.
I'm gonna be 40 at the end of the month.
40? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the eldest at this point. 41.
41.
Well, I'll be 42 in November, but that's a long ways. Who cares?
35 in May.
Nice. Good.
Yeah, age ain't nothing but a number. Yeah, I was made
exactly.
Yeah. I look at it this way: like some of the best things to roll out of Detroit. I was made in the 70s.
I think I could add any two of your ages together, and I would still be older.
What is with that?
How about me and Scoob's age?
That would be, you'd be like 80. Now he's 40. You're both like in your 40s.
No, I'm
Mechanic
34.
is 35. Scooby will be 40. So
35 and 40. No, I'm not quite.
yeah.
I'm not
He's
quite.
not in the
34. I'm 34. 35 in May.
I'm actually probably double that.
So you're closer to my mother's age.
How old is this fucker? How old is this guy? Old enough to know better.
You don't look double my age.
I got hijacked into this by Himmler. He wanted the old side of what's going on. He says, let's get this guy. He's not doing nothing but waiting till die. So here, let's get him.
Yeah, you know what it is.
So someone once told one of the people in the chat that the capital of New York is Alabama.
It's Albany.
Albany.
Yep, good old Albany. I can't stand Albany. You know, if you look at all of the state capitals, most of them emulate our federal capital down in D.C. Not Albany. Albany actually looks like the Tsar's Palace that used to be over in St. Petersburg.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Tells you a lot about good old Albany.
It's raining.
You know what? It's raining here too.
Yeah, means I'm gonna have to deal with a lot of mud tomorrow.
Hey, spring's here.
Gotta love Texas. Yeah.
Someone's from Texas?
Mechanics from Texas.
I'm from Texas.
I was in Texas. I get them two cities mixed up, Dallas and Houston. I think I was in Dallas. Have you ever heard of Halliburton?
Yep.
Okay, I worked for Halliburton, and we were at we trained in an abandoned shopping mall in Dallas. I worked for KBR, Kellogg Brown and Root. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They're a subsidiary of Halliburton, and I was down there for 3 weeks. It was in June, and was it hot and humid? Oh my God, it was just terrible.
Yeah, I avoid DFW at all costs.
Yeah, it was hot. I think it was.
Not
I can't remember if it was Dallas or
hot.
Houston I was in.
I don't avoid DFW because it's hot. I avoid DFW because of 3 things. Number 1, the cops are assholes. Number 2, the mixmaster. Number 3, the traffic.
Aren't all cops assholes?
No.
Oh, they're worse in DFW. And the mixmaster, they call it the mixmaster for a reason. You drive under this thing, you look up, and there are like 12 different exits. There are 12 different roads going above your head. And if you take the wrong fucking exit,
yeah,
you're going for like 10 miles before you can turn around.
Yeah, yeah.
Before you can finally turn the fuck around and, oh, look, I can finally get it. To get on the right fucking exit. So you go 20 miles out of your way.
Yeah, and we got a highway here, 294, I think it is. If you miss one exit, you're on there for a good 10 miles before you get to the next one.
Exactly. I hate the mixmaster, but it's hilarious to watch new people because you can tell that they haven't been through DFW before and they have to take the mixmaster because they're driving because it's 70 through there. And they're driving at like 55, and when you sail by them, you can see them kind of leaning down and kind of looking up, trying to find the damn exit sign. It's hilarious. I mean, I probably shouldn't take such joy in that, but it's funny.
I know. I moved out of the Chicagoland area. I don't want to go back to another big city. I'm done with it. It's too much of a hassle. It's just.
I live outside the city, and I'm glad I do because I hate the people in the city.
Yeah, I don't go into Chicago unless I absolutely have to.
I feel that way about Manhattan itself, but I still go into Brooklyn and Queens constantly. I kind of have to. But it's getting like that now. My wife and I hosted a girl that she's got a show here on the internet too, on YouTube. So she came to America about 2 weeks ago now, and she wanted to check. Yeah, so she wanted to check it out. And I don't normally go into Manhattan too often. And I was driving with her, and we came off the 59th Street Bridge. And due to all the traffic, because of that damn game at the Barclays Center, we wound up cutting up and around, and we wound up taking a detour and going up into Brooklyn. And I'm looking at the new skyline, and it's been about, I want to say maybe 15 years since they broke ground on on all the new buildings that Jay-Z put in there because he bought all that property. And Brooklyn now looks like Manhattan. It's got all these skyscrapers. Fucking heartbreaking. I remember when Brooklyn used to have such a beautiful skyline. It was all brownstones. It was all like, you had the projects were a bit of an eyesore, but that was really the biggest thing. Now, it looks like a cheap version of Dubai.
I've been to Dubai.
It's
an awful city.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she had actually, just before she was getting on the bus, she called me on Discord, and she was telling me how your dog was jumping up on her suitcase to keep her from leaving.
Yeah.
And she was telling me that she was giving herself whiplash trying to take pictures and look through every window to see all the sights.
Yeah. It's a beautiful place, don't get me wrong. I mean, if you're into glass, steel, and concrete, Manhattan's the place to be.
Yeah.
But like me personally, because it's this is the reason that our country is doing so good. And if you look at the map, the reason most of the country is red is because all of the shit has gone to California and New York. I can't stand going to Manhattan now because all those fucking filthy, spoiled, rich, degenerate animal bastards in there. Oh, you have white privilege, I see them say to the poor person standing there begging with change. Like, what the fuck, really? You're going to tell him he's got, what privilege does he have? His flannel is nice that he's wearing, that he's nearly freezing to death? The fuck out of here. Nah, I can't deal with those people. That's why I won't go into Manhattan. Like, I like it in Brooklyn. Like, I'll go visit my aunt. I'll go visit Aunt Bern. I go up over into Greenpoint to go visit her by where the bridge is. It's good because you'll see, you see these bastards walking around with their big poofy beards, these yuppies, and every once in a while they run afoul of somebody from the neighborhood. I don't like what you said. You're a misogynist. Yeah, go fuck your mother. It's nice seeing them get talked to like with reality because they get this look on their face like,
what
your jaw hangs open. Yeah, they're like, I can't believe that person talked to me that way. Oh, you can't, can you?
Yeah, I got that look of what just happened.
Excuse me. When I come to visit, you got to have your Aunt Bern call when she sees those people starting to get ready to film on her roof because I want to go there and accidentally fucking photobomb Gotham.
Yeah, if you ever seen the TV show Gotham that they got on, it's about Batman. They film it up over in Brooklyn. And my aunt called here once, and she's got my mother on the phone, and she's like, Ma, it's up on the roof again. They're filming that friggin' show. Because she didn't know what the hell was going on. She heard all gunshots and all sorts of shit going out, and so she went out on the fire escape, and she's looking up there, and there's people wrestling around for a gun. They were filming a TV show. You didn't know what the hell was happening.
Yeah, that's actually a good show.
Yeah.
Like, for those of you listening, if you ever have to drive through DFW and you don't have to go on the Mixmaster, please take my advice, drive around. It's worth wasting the extra gas. Drive around DFW.
And this is something I gotta say. To a lot of these younger people here who are listening, some of them are going to probably come out.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I miss?
Read the side chat.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, he's been gone for 10 minutes. He must have really done a number.
And he's never going to live that down.
No, he's not
at all.
No. So you say, for anyone who's coming here to visit, one of the things
he accidentally stained his pants.
For 5 seconds, no.
Yeah. But if any of you guys who ever come to New York to visit, this is something you can do for yourselves, I should say, that you're not going to hear or read about anywhere. It's one of those little things. It's a little bit of nerdery, all right? Now, a lot of you younger kids, I don't know how familiar you are with the Highlander movies.
I've seen.
I am.
I'm talking directly to the chat, not to the middle-aged people that are here on the stream. I'm talking to the kids watching. Okay. So if you geezers could just bear with me for a second. All right. So you kids who are watching, now here's the deal. If you're not familiar with the Highlander movies, watch the original Highlander. It's an 80s cult classic. Now, when you come out to visit in New York, my advice... Dog, get the hell out of here! They're homeless. Stop barking at them. Let them fucking be bums in peace. Peanut hates the hobos. So, anyway, the homeless guy... Yeah, all right. Go ahead. Go bother Clarence. Clarence is the old black guy with the mouthful of gold teeth that's constantly singing show tunes. He gets a couple of bottles of Wild Irish Rose, and he gets all soused up, and next thing you know, he's out there singing fucking, what's her name, Liza Minnelli. But anyway, any of you kids that are coming out here to come visit, what you want to do is after you go to Manhattan and you take all your pictures and whatnot, Patch, shut up, not you now too. So you just want to come out here, and you want to come, and on the way back into Manhattan, you want to take the 59th Street Bridge out of Long Island City. And the reason I'm suggesting this is you're going to get a perfect view. It's right there. The bridge passes over it, of the Silver Cup Studios. That's where they filmed the fight scene at the climax of Highlander, where they had the big sword fight on the roof. The studio is still there with the big sign that says Silver Cup. So it's just one of those little things that, you're not going to find in a tourist guide. So I just figured I'd mention it since I had you here. I figured the kids would like that.
Hey, speaking of kids, are you guys reading something on the side of your screens?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get to that?
If you go and you click, there should be a thing on the side. It shows what looks like a green screen, and above it, looks like a blue conversation. You click the blue conversation, and it brings up the bar on the side that shows you the chat window. That way you can talk in the side chat and not have to post in the chat. That way, you can have conversations with the people who are here in the panel. And that way, if you want to keep it where you don't want to clue the chat in.
Or leave potentially humiliating be right backs.
Yeah, it's something that says, Burnside ripped a big one. A bad one.
And he's never gonna live that down.
What does he want me to do? Make up flyers?
That would be much appreciated, actually. As a matter of fact, if anyone could screen cap that, that could probably be the new bumper stickers that I could get printed up for our cars.
Working on it now. Shut up.
I ripped a bad one.
Yeah.
Send me one of those if you do get a bumper sticker on that.
Oh, listen, if you can send me that picture, I'm going to see if I can get Cafe Press, and I'm going to print it up on a T-shirt. I'll wear it on my birthday show. So.
By
the way, if any of you find a bumper sticker for manual transmissions that says something like, if you can read this, you're too fucking close, I have a manual transmission, please send it to me.
I need one of those myself because I do intend to get another manual car.
Because these assholes in my town keep pulling up way too close when I stop.
Oh, I had that happen. My town has really bad hills, like 8th Avenue and University Hills are fucking horrible.
Yeah, I know.
So I was in my truck, my Chevy Blazer, and I'm waiting to make a turn, and this is like my third day driving the truck, and my first time on a steep hill. Yeah. And so I go to shift. I saw this car kept creeping up on my ass, and I looked at my friend who used to own the car. I looked at her and I go, I'm going to hit this fucker's bumper.
Exactly.
And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, he keeps creeping up on my ass. She's like, his fault.
Exactly.
So I go to shift to go, and sure enough, I hit their bumper and I go forward, and I have someone else in another lane because I'm still in first, trying to shift into second as I'm turning, screaming, nice shift.
Yeah, exactly. I have these assholes creeping up on me, and I'll be sitting on a hill, and it'll be wet, and my truck loves to spin out when it's wet, and then it'll roll back, and these assholes freak out, and they slam it into reverse. And, I get like 5 or 6 people reversing behind me. And sometimes they'll make the turn with me, or they'll pull up beside me and they'll fucking flip me off. It's like, your fault.
Manual. Side chat. Burnside, stop stuffing your face. And read the fucking side chat.
I'm just guessing now. I'm just guessing.
Oh my god, that's funny as hell. No, I went to go get a bit of a refill, and I had to light some candles.
We're gonna print out a shirt, baby, with your avatar on it that says BRB, I ripped a bad one.
Oh yeah, I totally did.
Because you got your Discord up, right, babe?
Yep.
Good, because I'm about to show you something.
All right.
You're never gonna hear the end of this one, Burns.
No, you're not. I was wondering if I needed to hand wash your underwear.
No, thankfully not.
Cody, stop chewing on your ass.
So he's nushing his tush?
Nushing his tush.
No, nushing implies. Yeah, he's just chewing on his ass.
Okay.
Oh Lord. Oh, funny shit, man.
Y'all are gonna be the end of me.
Oh, we try our best.
Holy crap, Kelt, you were alive. Thought you were dead.
Yeah, I thought we killed him too.
Yeah, like I heard you snoring earlier or something, so I muted you because I was like, oh crap, he fell asleep again.
Snoring?
Yeah, who falls asleep snoring on the mic?
I don't snore.
That has happened before.
Yeah, I've seen many streams do that before.
Yes,
it's hilarious.
Yes, baby brother, you do snore.
Bullshit.
Not bullshit. Who lived in your house for a month?
You see,
you're the one who snores.
Oh, I know I'm snoring. Yeah. You have to tell me move. You're snoring.
Oh yeah, I hit you one for that.
Football bunny out business.
But no, baby brother, you snore. I could hear you snoring through your own fucking bedroom wall, and I was in the living room.
You see, they always deny it. Right up until you get a friggin' tape recorder and record them.
Oh, I admit freely that I snore. I give people fair warning. I sound like a bandsaw. So I tell people, like, yo, I snore, so you better have earplugs.
Actually, bandsaws are really quiet.
So you can tell that I never worked with carpentry.
Now, rip saws, on the other hand, rip saws, radio saws, table saws. Oh man!
There you go, putting it fine. You know how shitty this computer is.
That's funny. I like it.
Oh man. Hey guys,
hell.
I gotta call it a night because it's 20 after 12 by me, and I gotta get up at 5 a.m. So yeah, I gotta get up in 4.5 hours.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, hit me up in the AM, guys. Definitely, if you can.
Sure thing,
I'll be around. All right, I'll talk to you guys then. Good night, guys.
Talk to you later.
Good night.
Yeah, laters. Night.
All right, I gotta get out of here too. Tell me when you guys are going to be on again, and hit me up with the connection thing, whatever you call it, the link or whatever.
Sure.
All right, will do.
Give me a call when you want to get together next week or whatever. And
next
week. Too.
Yeah. I'll keep on top of them. Yeah. If not this week, next week we'll get together and we'll get that crap taken care of. Oh god. Lawrence notified me that apparently they made a marching song as well. Oh, Christ. Hold on.
A marching song.
All hail the Skid Mark King.
What the hell is this? What the hell? Big Bobby the Burnside Bomb triggering libs whilst downing rum. Big Bobby the Burnside Bomb triggering libs. Oh, they're dumb. That's apparently the marching song they made for you. I guess Rivers, you really like rum.
There you go. Have them sing that and put it on. We'll put it on the episode.
All right. There you go, Lawrence. That's your assignment. play that thing, get someone to start doing some drums in that, and start marching.
And we could send them out some props too if they need any hats or some stupid shit.
Hey, sure. Why the hell not?
I think I got a spare American flag somewhere.
Oh, definitely. I was.
You know what? I took my
speaking of props. The guy in Poland that sent us that video earlier. He's actually going to try and see if he can get together with some of his reenactment buddies and do a couple things. I told him I'm going to try and get him one of our flags when I get it all up on Redbubble and that, because he was thinking about actually getting like a flagpole and like charging into battle with it. And I was like, that's fucking cool if you could do it.
The goofier the better. The goofier the better.
Where did Scooby go?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He went to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay here. My stepdaughter was cooking and she set off the smoke detector, but kind of makes me hungry. Either that or him or on a crapper with his noodles. It made me kind of hungry here. So, I'll see you guys later. So don't go away now. I'll be back.
All right, take care, Bobby.
See you around, man.
Nice talking with everybody.
Likewise. Oh, I figured it out pretty quick this time.
I'm getting a screen cap of Bobby saying something tells me Himmler was eating his noodles on the crapper. And it's going to go along with the message you sent earlier saying, BRB, I ripped a bad one.
Oh, you know, if you send me that bumper sticker form, that is going right on my bumper instantly.
Why the hell not?
Because I love it.
We keeping the show going or are we killing it?
Up to you.
Technically, it's up to Burnside since it's actually his night.
I can keep it going for a little bit longer.
Okay.
I don't care either way. This is hilarious.
We'll just keep going for like another 15 minutes of that. You know? Lawrence was like, wait, I have more stuff. It's like, crap, he just left, man. Just missed him. Like, I could picture this guy digging through a digital file cabinet, like, where the fuck did I store all this shit?
Yeah, just slam.
Oh, yeah. Like, literally, like, no, that's not it. Yeah, wrong ones. Fuck. What are these? Oh, speaking of which, hold on, let me find it here. Wait, what the hell?
That's me looking for when I'm looking for receipts. Pull out the file cabinet. Not here. Boom. Not here. Because I got like 6 file cabinets full of receipts, and not the little small 2-drawer ones, the big 4-drawer ones. They're just full of receipts. It's ridiculous.
Now, Puddin', I sent you the other snippet I took. Now, imagine those two lapped on top of each other so it's right in perfect succession on a T-shirt.
No. Put the Be Right Back, I Ripped a Bad One on the front and the other part on the back. It's like the Bomb Technician T-shirt. Bomb Technician. If you see me running on the front and on the back, try and keep up.
Burnside, do you happen to remember which email, personal or YouTube, you used for IMVU?
Neither. I had a completely different one.
Okay. Because I'm going to create one for you so that you can come in and see my dragon room and tell me what to think for the fucking little video we'll do.
All right.
You're the one that's going to have to put fucking Bobby's head on the avatar.
Victoria
Which, by the way, will be your
dragon.
avatar.
Victoria would love that dragon room.
Does she have IMVU?
Yes.
Then she needs to add me.
Here, I'll just.
I even have adult rooms.
Oh Christ! You was going to sing this thing.
There. That's her IMVU name.
What'd you do? Post it in the side chat?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just send it to me in DMs?
Because that requires more tabbing.
Well, I can't pull that up and have a show going on this computer, or else it'll fucking crash.
Okay,
I can barely run GIMP and this.
Okay, I'll send it to your DMs momentarily then.
Thank you.
Okay. I have a bit of a chore for everybody.
Bitch, you ain't my master.
Stating you, damn it. Can you sing that? Apparently they made like some type of rap battle thing, and I'm telling Lawrence, I'm like, I am way too many shades white to be able to fucking do that. You're gonna have to ask the guys. Look in the group chat.
Nope, not even gonna try.
Yeah, like
fucking. While I'm on it, while I'm on Discord, might as well.
It was worth a shot because I just looked it over and I went, I am too Caucasian. Many more shades are required.
All right, give me some time to work on it, and we'll see what I can do, because I can actually do Men in Black, and I can do fucking
Now I want to hear you do Men in Black.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously.
Galaxy Defender. Oh, okay.
He was already singing it.
Yeah, I went there. I don't care. I love that song.
Hold on. I need the music, so give me a second. And I'm sure Valis can agree, it helps keep you in tune.
Yes, it does keep you in tune when you have the music. I sound like a dying cat when I don't have the music. When I don't have music to keep me in tune, I sound like a dying cat.
All right, I've got the music video about to go. What'd you say, baby brother?
I said to keep you in tune or to drown you out.
Shut up, you little fuck.
Well, it's talking to you.
No, it keeps me in tune.
It keeps me in tune.
He was talking to me. He was talking to me. It keeps me in tune.
It's the MIBs. Here come the MIBs. Nah. The good guys dressed in black. Remember that, just in case we ever face to face and make contact. That that'll help by me. MIB. What you think you saw, you did not see. So don't play big bucks to jam. Now go. Black suits with black red bands on. Walk the shadow, move the silence, start against extraterrestrial violence. Man, we ain't on no government list. We strict no. Fuck.
You did better than I would have.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, I only know the chorus, not the lyrics. Just like most people do when they hear a song.
Yeah, see.
Or you can listen to the original one. whatever year it was, probably 70s, 60s version.
Dumb the deeps of the docks at night on the horizon, bright light hit to sad tight, camera zoom, and your pen then doom. But then like boom, black suits fill the room up with the quick talk with the witnesses, hypnotizer, normalizer, vivid memories turn to fantasy. We ain't no MIBs, can I please do what we say with the wicked quickness? I know it's a quick, yeah. Only line of defense against the worst scum of the universe. So don't fear us, jeer us. If you ever get near us, don't jeer us. We're fearless. MIBs. Oh, flag. What's that stand for? Men in Black. And now it's at the point I actually have the music video going that I learned this song with. It has them doing the dance now, and I can do the dance.
Nice.
So yes, and I can do Amish Paradise.
Nice.
So,
Lawrence is bugging the crap out of me to bug the crap out of you to try and sing that god awful thing they sent me.
And
they're trying to.
It was at parts, if you've actually watched the video and stuff, where I messed up was at parts where it's a tongue twist. Like with the quickness, talk with the witnesses, hypnotize and normalize it. And then they talk about the noisy cricket. Well, it goes across so fast. I have a tongue bar in. And
that is one powerful weapon.
But I'm going to tell you right now, if I try and talk without this tongue bar, I have a lisp.
Yeah, because I think that weapon would just serve as a visual gag of how powerful it is. Especially small.
I know. You just hear it chirping like a cricket, and then boom, and he flies back.
Major recoil.
Yeah, that's the biggest recoil ever. Yeah.
He flies back.
Oh,
like
and by the way,
yards.
if anyone wants to send this to Will Smith and timestamp this to him, that'd be awesome. I fucking love that man. I don't give a fuck what Scooby says.
I just love the recoil on the cricket. I mean, he flew back like 20 yards or something like that.
He only stopped because he hit the truck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He would have gone farther. And that's bad.
Baby brother, I was saying with this show, if someone wants to timestamp where I started singing Men in Black, send it to Will Smith. That would be fucking awesome.
Scooby doesn't like Will Smith?
No, he doesn't, because Will Smith doesn't like Trump.
I don't like Trump.
Pity.
I don't like Trump. But I've loved Will Smith ever since he was on fucking Made in America.
Oh, I love Mills.
Mill Smith?
Yeah. Bit my tongue earlier, and my fucking side is bugging me even worse. So, yeah.
You know, Lawrence, you could always bug me in DMs or in the chat, you know. You don't just have to go through Burnside. He might be my pudding, but he ain't my daddy or my master.
So, what do you think of the genie?
I have I've seen it, but I haven't heard him sing in it, so I don't know yet.
I will be right back.
He's not coming back, is he?
I don't know. I might give this.
I'm just grabbing some Tylenol.
Oh, he heard me. Oh,
I have the message from Lawrence.
All right.
You think you can?
You want me to try and get this?
I will do what I can. Give me some time. I got to work on the lyrics. Dude, it took me a long time. And I sing Men in Black at karaoke.
Nice.
I also sing Amish Paradise at karaoke.
Good Lord. I mean, since he's like really begging, I'm considering giving this a shot, but I guarantee this is the whitest shit you're ever going to see. I mean, I'll even put the white man helmet on for this one, because that's like, yeah, fuck this one up horribly.
All right, and just for Lawrence, I'm getting ready to play Amish Paradise.
All right, let me give this thing they made a go here. Oh, all right. I'll horribly screw this up. All right, Lawrence, damn it. I'll try this thing. All right. I don't like you, G-Series. Nothing personal, Geist, but I must go out just this once. Cinder Yuye, which will it be? Sit the fuck down, G-Series.
You need to study the lyrics and figure out what works for you.
I don't do this shit. Do you see this? White boy don't rap.
Yes, the white girl does. Shut up and listen.
Yeah, a white man can't jump. Which is a good movie, by the way.
Wait, that's a movie?
Yeah, with Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
Right,
what?
Walk through the valley. What are these lyrics about? Take a look at my wife and realize she's very apparent. That's just perfect for an Amish like me. You know I shun fancy things like electricity. At 4:30 in the morning, I'm milking cows. Jebediah feeds the chickens and Jacob plows, fool. I've been milking plowing so long that even Ezekiel thinks that my mind is gone. I'm a man of the land. I'm into discipline. I got a Bible in my hand and a beard on my chin. So if you finish all of my chores and you finish dying, then tonight we're gonna party like in 1699. Been spending most our lives living in an Amish paradise. Search water once or twice, living in an Amish paradise. Don't work and sacrifice, living in an Amish paradise. Don't work the first count price, living in an Amish paradise. Knuckle boy kicked me in the butt last week. I just smiled at him and I turned the other cheek. I really don't care. In fact, I wish him well, because I'll be laughing my head off when he's burning in hell. I'm never been, yeah. Observe that Amish with a tooth, you know that's not unheard of. Never got a cool hat, and the homies agree. I really look good in black. So yeah, if I concentrate hard enough, and for most of that, I had to close my eyes because the music video is distracting.
Yeah, you laugh too much when you look at the video.
Yeah.
Yes, and it is hilarious. But I prefer white and nerdy. I like that one.
Dude, when I was in Oklahoma, there was this karaoke DJ that I would always be like, he would throw me to singing fucking Spiderwebs from No Doubt. And I would look at him and go, okay, you want me to sing Spiderwebs? He goes, yeah, I fucking love it when you sing Spiderwebs. I was like, okay, you have to do fucking white and nerdy, dude.
I mean, I could sing, but I am way too many shades of this to get that shit right. I got about, what, 8 words in? It's just like, no.
I got about 3 words in. I got about 3 words in, and nope, not even gonna try.
Yeah. I put my white man helmet on, and he went, nope. Still gonna fuck this one up. Oh, Lord.
I've been wearing my white man baseball cap all night.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, Bobby's got my pickle helmet, so I mean, I'm just gonna use this generic.
Oh, he has your butt plug helmet? Aw.
Pickle helmet.
Butt plug helmet.
See, and this is why German culture is dying.
And this is why you don't want to bring it to war with you. I will put a condom on it and stick it where it belongs.
No. It belongs in it belongs being worn in a trench, being used to stab enemies with.
Nah, it's going in your bum.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Look, you got plenty of people over there to go sodomize and do all that sodomy stuff. I am not one of them. Just get us a little bag like this of cocaine and throw it at a gator, and I'm sure one of the locals will have no trouble whatsoever with you sodomizing them with a pickle hull. I am not one of them.
Butt plug helmet.
God, I've got to throw a history at you. A big one.
You're not going to win that argument, Burns.
Oh, I'm going to keep doing it till the day I die, and then some. He's
going to hate it when he comes home one day, you know, after we've been married for like 3 years and, you know, the toddler's running around. And I'm just pissed off because he hasn't, you know, he's been at work, but I've been taking care of the kid nonstop. And he's going to come home and he's going to look over. He's going to go, what the fuck is going on with my butt plug helmet? And there's a fucking doll, blow-up doll sitting on it with it stuck up his ass.
Apparently,
Either I'll get some from my brother's half a girlfriend and stick on there.
You know what? I will lend you a blowtorch to reform that helmet.
No, in hell, it is a historic replica. Do not reshape
if it's the actual thing, I would leave it alone. But it's a replica. I will fuck with it all I want.
I'm not gonna wear the real fucking deal. You kidding me? That shit belongs to the goddamn museum. That's why they have replicas for parades and shit like that.
I am going to stick a simulated ass on the top of it and take pictures and post all over the internet.
No. Go use Photoshop like everybody else.
Nope. It's gonna be the real thing.
Photoshop isn't much fun.
Oh, it is happening.
You know how to work with it.
It is happening.
Hell no. No way, no how.
Yes. Yes, it's happening.
Hell no.
Baby brother, if I say it's going to happen, what happens?
It happens.
It might happen.
Might, keyword.
No. It's going to happen.
Hell no. I'll put it where you can't reach it.
Better yet, I'll just steal my brother's half-girlfriend and stick it on there. He already said it's like fucking throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
How the hell do I want to... Never mind. Jesus. You people in Florida and your deranged shit.
You thinking she's deranged? Have you met Victoria?
She's at least logical half the damn time.
No. I'm going to tell Mama about this and guaranteed she's going to agree with me. She's going to be like, Burns will not touch it until I get pictures of it.
No.
Yeah.
She does many things, but I'm pretty sure she's not going to want to tamper with that out of all things. She at least has respect for history.
Mechanic.
I'm not gonna speak for her, but since it's a replica, I'm pretty sure she'll bring her whole freaking welding rig.
See,
not just a blowtorch.
Let her go ahead and make one. Then she's bringing the whole thing. I'm sure she can make some. She's crafty as fuck.
She's gonna fuck with yours.
Exactly.
I doubt she'd do that.
She's not going to bring the blowtorch. She's going to bring the whole freaking welding rig.
Brings the whole welding kit. I'll just throw her some scrap metal and let her make one. Pretty sure she'd be able to in like 4 hours flat. Wouldn't be the first time she's done something into that.
4 hours? You're greatly underestimating her.
Well, what has she got? The plasma welder, and I know she's got a couple of those goofy things that I can't pronounce because it's like weird.
She's got a plasma cutter. She's got
a MIG and a TIG.
She's got a plasma cutter, and for those of you who don't know what a plasma cutter is, it's basically.
I know what it is.
This is for the people who are in chat. For those of you who don't know what a plasma cutter is,
it's a cutter that cuts plasma. Yeah, crack. Okay, I'm good.
It is not. It is not what you are probably envisioning.
Oh,
it is. It is fed by a large generator, and you actually have to take the tip of this, touch it to the metal, pull the trigger. And it uses an arc to cut the metal.
Yep. I got to play with one of those in high school in Tennessee.
Exactly. If you take welding...
I also got to play with a MIG welder and a TIG welder.
Yeah. If you ever take welding in high school or a welding class, you will probably get to play with a plasma cutter. You will also get a chance to use an acetylene cutting torch.
No, see, mine wasn't in welding class. Mine was in electronics class.
Okay.
Because I was the only girl in there. And I was told to, make this like little bracelet out of some computer circuits. And so I did, and I was done before the boys.
Okay. Well, generally, a plasma cutter is used for exclusively cutting metal.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, okay.
I
it is not used for welding.
Not a MIG, not a TIG, not a plasma. But the thing is the teacher asked me to stay after school. And I was like, okay. So I did, and he's like, you've shown more intelligence than most of these boys in a week. And this is your first day in class? And I was like, yeah. He's like, come here. So he showed me the MIG and the TIG, and they kind of scared me. And I was like, what the fuck are these? Are these welding machines? He goes, yeah. So he's like, do you want to play with them? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was leaving Tennessee, because I dropped out of school for it, he actually called my house. My brother was probably too young to remember this. He called and wanted to talk to my daddy to see about having me, since I couldn't get along with my stepmother, having me live at his house. Nothing, weird about it. It's just he didn't want to lose the brightest student he'd had in a long time.
Yeah. But for those of you who don't know what an acetylene cutting torch is it uses a mixture of acetylene and oxygen. It can also be used to weld things together. But usually most people prefer an arc welder. As opposed to brazing.
Interesting.
Brazing is more for repairing things. Personally, I prefer brazing. It's cheaper. Because literally it's just heating the metal and applying a rod to it. But you have to be careful when you're doing it. Otherwise, you'll completely mess up the integrity of the metal and you'll end up cutting the rig apart or cutting what you're trying to fix apart. And did your teacher teach you what a flashback receiver was?
Not that I recall.
Okay, well.
I've never even heard of that one.
Okay, flashback receivers, they're used on acetylene rigs or any rig that uses gas. And what they do is in an acetylene rig's case, is they're mounted where the hoses start in case, of course, there's a flashback. They're a one-way valve. So if the flame flashes back through the tubes, it'll stop it before it gets into the tank.
Okay. Yeah. My ex-husband had to deal with that.
Yeah.
Because he used to weld trailer steps together.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's scary as hell. Because it happens. Because it burns.
The thing that happened to him was it had been raining. He went to unplug the welder from the extension cord, and he was having 220 go through his entire system.
Ooh.
Yeah, because the plug itself was wet. He wasn't wearing grounding gloves. He wasn't wearing grounding shoes, and he was standing in a puddle.
Oh. Ouch.
It didn't kill him though, but I think that's part of what made him fucking evil. Because he was fine before that. He was a gentle soul.
Ouch. Just ouch.
The typical gentle turn evil.
Yeah, seriously.
He thought that was crazy. No. My doctor said. Okay.
That'll do it. 220 volts. That'll do it. No,
now, I have an
It sounds like a plot from a science type movie.
No, I have an ex-boyfriend that he's an electrician. Still, technically, he's a journeyman. He hasn't got his certification yet. But I'd rather him wire my house than anyone else. But he'll stand there. He'll be like, I'm bored. And he'll find an exposed wire. I watched him do this one time in the old trailer he used to live in. He would find an exposed wire and hold on to it for a little bit. And he'd be like, oh, that feels good. I'm awake now.
Wow.
That's funny.
So he literally sought out the exposed wire?
Yes.
What a moron.
And shocked himself.
He was used to it.
That does some serious damage.
Dude, the man was already fucking crazy.
That's a lot of damage.
Well, I guess he's just that much more crazy than he was before.
All right, so anyone want to show?
I got nothing to show.
Valis?
Nope, no shilling here. I'm good.
Puddin'?
Sure. All right. All right. To all our guys from the server, especially Lawrence, Tojo. Let's see. I know we had a third one of you guys in here. Let me scroll through and see. No? Really? Just Lawrence and Tojo? What the hell, guys? Come on. Fuckers. All right. Lawrence, Tojo.
The rest of your crew like me.
You're saying such. They're just lazy.
Order them. You have the power to order them.
I could.
Do it. Make them all subscribe to me.
Please subscribe, you lazy bastards.
And donate. Donate if you can.
All right.
Oh yeah. Also, don't subscribe to my channel. I don't have any good content.
All right. Oh, apparently Revenant was around too. All right.
Well, I will, but not now.
Okay. Lawrence, Tojo, Revenant. You heard Bobby. If you guys think you can go and film anything that's in the spirit of Backline, go for it. Write something up, record something up, email it to the film project, and I'll send it to Bobby. And so long as he doesn't say it's mentally retarded, we'll stick it somewhere. Or we'll work with it, or we'll put it in. Because Iron Lord... Ooh, pardon me. Ooh. Oh, speaking of... Damn it.
Did you rip another one?
Nope. Almost. Oh, I choked or something. Ah, god damn it.
I think you got noodle in your goatee here.
Oh, I didn't. Anyway. Alright, sounds good, Tojo. If anything, yeah, work on something, throw it together, send it to the film project. I'll have Bobby take a look at it, and we'll work on it. I still do want to get that mini-series together for all of you guys teaming up together to go fight AP's minions or whoever those assholes were from 4chan, 8chan. What was it, last night, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, maybe it was on 8chan I got put on.
8chan? Alright, yeah. So, yeah. I still want to get that up and running. As far as the game, we'll figure that out. You guys know I suck with code, so we'll figure that shit out. Iron Lord, you did good. Keep practicing your lines. I'll do my best to clean up your audio and that. And, fuck yeah, keep at it, man. Everyone else, you got your projects and assignments. Please subscribe to everyone here. We're going to keep trying to do shit. And I will keep you guys abreast of whenever I can drag Bobby back on here and when we get Chronicle 9 done and 8 uncensored. Hope that'll be something we'll probably work with Scoob with because he apparently knew a loophole I knew nothing about. So, yeah. I think that's it.
I'm
What?
gonna rip that tassel off.
Oh, apparently, Google has banned the 8chan image board.
Oh, that ain't that a bitch.
You
Although,
can't use 8chan anymore.
oh, ain't that a motherfucker. Although, if you want, guys, I could take you out with the song of my people.
Wait a minute, 8chan? I mean, they got rid of 8chan? So now, what they're going to do now, they're going to make 16chan now?
Who the hell knows? But I know you guys got a snip of this earlier, so let me sing you the song of my people. The very white people who sure as shit can't rap. So stop sending me them.
Yeah, I mean, the whole topic was about black people getting offended, and now we're here to talk about something else.
Yeah, and then
I don't
do fucking Men in Black. Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah. We stayed on topic. I'm sure.
And I also did Amish Paradise, which Coolio was not happy that Weird Al did.
Yeah, but now he's okay with it.
When I'm around, we almost never stay on topic.
I just figured in the spirit of being offensive, I'd do this.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Right.